following is a special presentation from the Mountain Coast Network. Georgia Highlands College presents Paulding County Patriot football on the World Wide Web through Mixlr.com. Live coverage of Paulding County Patriot games on the Mountain Coast Network is brought to you in part by Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab, Logical Systems, your East Rome and Armuchee McDonald's, First Bank Mortgage, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Georgia Power, and Automax. Now, let's go live to the stadium for tonight's game with the voices of Paulding County football, Steve Turrentine and Logan Maddox.
And welcome in to Hiram, Georgia. Logan Maddox alongside Steve Turrentine getting set for tonight's matchup between the Paulding County Patriots and the Hiram Hornets. Patriot football right here on the Mountain Coast Network, presented by Georgia Highlands College. Good evening to you, and we appreciate you joining us for this big-time matchup. Steve, looking at this, it's always fun early in the season no matter who you're playing, but when you come out and you get the chance to get a big win, your first win against a county opponent, you just can't beat it.
No, you can't at all. And, you know, we talked a little bit about that last week. I know that Paulding County wanted to really get out there and get a good win and get that first win against North Hall, but North Hall just played really, really well, so it wasn't to be. So I tell you what now, coming in here and plus you're playing at Hiram, in-town rival, not a bad situation to get your first win of the season.
When you look at Class 6A or 5A in Hiram's case, you look here in Northwest Georgia, you really see one of the bigger rivalries, one of the more cutthroat rivalries in Hiram and Paulding County, and there's nice people here. They get along when they're not going at each other on the gridiron, but for 60 minutes or for 48 minutes in high school football, they're going to hit each other as hard as they can. It's just how it is.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of love lost. Like, you know, it's like you're saying, though, we've been last week it worked out. You know, we were at Paulding County, obviously, but we were always so friendly there and very hospitable, and haven't had anything but the same treatment here as we've showed up here at Hiram. And beautiful field, pretty campus. Everybody's been super friendly, and so we appreciate that. Looking forward to another good game.
It's always great getting to see these stadiums in the Piedmont region of Georgia. Here at Hiram, it's no different. You've got the football field, artificial turf, beautiful, beautiful condition. You've got the nice home section you got some bleachers here. You got some seats as well. And then on the other side of the field, the visiting section, and it's decked out in red and blue. A lot of Paulding County people in the stadium tonight. Hiram people showing up and representing also. You've got the trees in the background. You got the mountains in the distance. Such a beautiful campus. And Hiram, kudos to the administration here. They've done such a good job. And we also, as Steve said, we want to thank them for how great they've been to us so far tonight. And we expecting nothing different. Great hospitality
Absolutely,
here.
Right.
Looking at this matchup, though, it's two teams trying to get their first win of the season. Paulding County comes in 0-1. After a 9-point loss last week at home, lost 23-14 to the visiting North Hall Trojans. Now on the road for the first time this year after winning just one game on the road all of last season. On the other hand, Hiram, after a tough year last year, only went 1-10, actually sneaked into the playoffs and got bounced in the first round. The Hornets coming into this one after a great game last week, just couldn't pull it off at the end. Lost in the last 5 seconds to another rival, South Paulding. 43-42 was the final in that one. We'll talk more about this game, but you look at these games across the state, a lot of teams started 0-1 last week. A lot of those 0-1 teams are going to come out 1-1 after tonight. Somebody's going to have to do it here. This is going to be a very, very fun one, Steve.
It is. It sure is. And one of the things we were kind of hitting on, Logan, before the game started is, you know, of course, one game in, but we're already looking at probably a major sub, even though we're looking at the running back situation for Paulding County, even though last week Dylan Taylor started and had some good carries. he ended up got hurt. We saw him as we come out second half. He didn't play. And Micah Kelly, and then also a freshman or sophomore, J.J. Kelly did most of the carries second half. And it looks like, I believe you were telling me that Dylan's going to be out for this game, right?
Yes, that's what we understood. We talked earlier today with head coach Van Spence of the Patriots, and we're going to play that interview here in just a moment. He talked about that injury and losing Dylan Taylor, a player that has put a lot into this program. It hurts. We're hoping that he can come in a few games and contribute again, but it's a Paulding County rushing attack that struggled last week. What are they going to have to do to find out who's going to be the guy toting the rock this year?
I think the main thing they needed to do, and I guarantee you one thing Coach did, is they went back and definitely looked at the video, even though they're not – I know they watched Hiram, and they definitely took care of doing that, but the main issue to me last week, I bet Coach watched it to say, what is going on? Why was North Hall able to get so much penetration to not only hit us at the line, but often behind the line? What were we doing? And usually it's just either an issue of missed assignments, which is an easy fix, or just bad technique, to be honest with you. And so each of those could be fairly easy depending on the kid, because, it's never – I always hate using terms like it's going to be an easy fix when you're talking about high school kids, because sometimes our easy fix and theirs is a little different. But it's mostly just an issue usually of just technique and making sure that their steps are correct. A lot of times they're stepping flat, they're stepping more horizontal than they are vertical, possibly if it's a pass situation or if it's coming in their A gap or whatever. And sometimes it's just something easy to fix, but that would be their first probably order of business, was to check that out and see what are they doing, because all they can do is fix them. And then they probably worked on what schemes that Hiram ran and how to counter that and those kind of things. But that was the issue. You hit the nail on the head. Last week they could not run the ball, but Malden did a great job throwing, and they have three. Logan, we talked about it last week. I don't know if there's a team in not only necessarily this region, but in Northwest Georgia that has three talented receivers like Paulding County does.
Yeah, absolutely. David Okoye, Khalil Jones, and Francier Chardavon. If you haven't heard the names, you're going to hear them tonight.
Yeah.
You're going to hear them often. You're listening to the Patriots pregame show right here on the Mountain Coast Network, broadcasting live from Hiram High School here in Paulding County, Georgia. Hornets and Patriots coming your way here in about 22 minutes. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're going to hear from head coach Van Spence of the Patriots right here on the Mountain Coast Network, presented by Georgia Highlands College.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
It doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior or a star under the local lights. Sometimes it's just not that easy to bounce up and walk it off. That's why Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab is here to keep you healthy on and off the field. Our licensed and certified therapists and trainers provide quality health care designed to get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. And our urgent care offices are conveniently located where you work and play. Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab offers the experience and technology needed to get you back in the game. Find out more at floyd.org.
When in Rome, be sure to stop by your Martha Berry Highway or East Rome McDonald's after the game. They're open 24 hours in the lobby and drive-thru to serve you. And remember, they serve fresh, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and $1.29 any size coffee, hot or iced, along with $1 any size soft drinks and sweet tea. Download the McDonald's app for great deals and earn loyalty and rewards points for every purchase toward free food. Your Martha Berry and East Rome McDonald's are proud supporters of Northwest Georgia's students and athletes.
If another crisis happens, will your job be secure? Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers programs of study in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Visit us on the web at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential.
And we're back here on the Patriots pregame show, broadcasting live on the Mountain Coast Network. I'm your host, Logan Maddox, and I'm joined now by Paulding County head coach Van Spence. We're just a few minutes away from tonight's road game at Hiram. The Patriots and Hornets are kicking it off here in a bit, and Coach Spence, we're 1 week in. How do you feel?
Well, I feel better after a good week of practice. The tape last week revealed some things, so we've had a productive week. I'm excited. Anytime we play Hiram, it's a big rivalry game. The schools are about 5-10 minutes apart. So I'm excited about the week and excited about our kids' effort.
Coach, looking back at last week's season opener, Paulding County came up on the losing end versus North Hall, but you got a great effort from the guys and you played a very competitive game. What are your thoughts walking away from that matchup?
Well, I thought that a lot of the people that we were really counting on, they showed up. David Okoye had 10 catches and Khalil Jones had 8, I believe. And we lost Dylan Taylor, our starting running back. He unfortunately sustained a leg injury. So I'm just looking for guys who maybe just felt like they didn't have their best night to really step up and perform well tonight.
Well, last week, Paulding County was sitting in a good spot late in that game thanks to the play of quarterback Braden Malden. He was 25 of 36 passing for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. How much do you think Braden means to this offense and this team?
He's about as important as Tom Brady is to the Tampa Bay Bucks. I mean, he is a guy that has got in. He knows our playbook backwards and forward. He knows what the line's doing, the receivers and running backs. So, he's having a total knowledge of what we're trying to do. So he's very valuable. But I think the thing that's even more valuable is his leadership ability and how the kids really, really, really respond and trust him. And when that's your guy, you feel good about your chances.
Well, Coach, I made the comment after his touchdown pass to Chardabon that you could put Peyton Manning in the pocket and he couldn't have made a better throw on that play. That was my first chance really getting to see him in person, but from what I take it, that's just Braden being Braden, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Braden, Franzier, they've been doing this a long time together. A lot of the stuff that people don't see, when Braden's here at 6 a.m. in the off-season throwing with his wide receivers, that stuff just shows up under the lights. But, as we all know, especially being around sports, that, that stuff doesn't happen. It comes from a lot of hard work. But Braden's worked hard. He's done everything we could ask him to do. And I'm hoping that he just continues to do, like you said, be Braden Malden and throw touchdown passes.
Looking at the rest of the offense, the receivers made some big grabs. We already mentioned Chardabon and David Okoye, Khalil Jones as well. The offensive line matched up pretty well in pass protection. What are your thoughts on the offense last week?
We knew going in that our skill guys on the perimeter were going to give people problems. And Coach Trent Thompson, who's our offensive coordinator, had a good game plan in the air. But I think this week moving forward, and we did at practice this week, we just got to really, really get a little bit more consistency in the run game, try to be a little bit more balanced, but, maybe get a few more chunk plays in the run game. That would be huge for us. But we start running the ball like we're very capable of doing, we'll definitely open up those passing lanes, which is a big-time deal for us.
Defensively last week, Chris Core came away with the Player of the Week honors. How do you feel about the defensive effort against a scrappy Trojan offense?
Well, I thought Chris played outstanding, and he had a high energy all night. I think the problem with a lot of our summer stuff is we go against a lot of spread teams, and when you see a team like North Hall who runs the wing tee exceptionally well, I think they gave us problems. We were kind of misgapped at times, and maybe we were just not fitting the way we would do traditionally. So I think this week's prep has been great. We spent a lot of time worrying about fixing our mistakes. And, Hiram's going to be more spread, so it's something we've kind of seen a whole lot more throughout the summer in our team camps. So I think you're going to see a better performance tonight, hopefully create some turnovers and just, hold them down to a low number.
Something you mentioned last week was how you hoped that a lot of people would come out and show support for the program. Looking at the stadium last week, there was a ton of red, white, and blue at Dave Hardin Stadium. Were you pleased with the big home crowd on Friday night?
I was very pleased. We've worked really hard over our time here, getting the excitement in our youth program, our middle school program. We had youth night, of course, on Friday, and it was great to see those kids. But our fans, I think when you have a product that's quality young men that work hard and they're going to give it your all, I think you're going to see a lot of people want to buy in and support that. So I was very pleased with our parents and our family members and our community on Friday. It really was. Hopefully they'll come out this Friday at Hiram.
Well, Coach, once you had a chance to go back and check out the film from last week, what was your message to the team?
The number one thing was finish. Finish. We've got to finish drives. We've got to get stops on third down. We've got a ball. We've got a chance to take the lead. We've got to finish. We've got to secure that football. So our biggest message this week was finish, and that's in all things. We talk about finishing in the weight room, finishing in the classroom, but, definitely when we get to Friday night, we got to finish every single play.
Logan Maddox here speaking with Paulding County head coach Van Spence. His team is warming up right now, getting ready for tonight's game at Hiram. Coach, what was this week of practice like at Paulding County?
It was probably one of our most grueling, most physical weeks we've ever had. Did a lot of best on best. We spent a ton of time just improving ourselves. Of course, we're preparing for Hiram, but this week was a very physical practice, trying to improve our brand of what we played the other night. So if you had to put one word on how this week went, it was very physical.
This is a big-time county matchup between the Patriots and the Hornets. For those who maybe don't know, tell us just how important these showdowns against other Paulding County schools are.
Well, I'll say this much. I was in Cobb County for 14 years at McEachern High School, and we had some rivalry games, and they were a big deal. But I can honestly say, since I've been out in Paulding County, that rivalry games or in-county games out here are huge. They are huge because you got communities that want to be proud of their school. You got young people that are, in the middle school program that can school of choice. So, if you're putting out a good effort, you're doing great things, you're getting good results, it just helps your program grow, and it gets people excited about it, and it gets people wanting to attend and be at your school.
Each of the 5 games that you've coached against Hiram have gone down to the wire. Do you expect this to be a game that comes down to the fourth quarter as well?
Well, I hope not. I hope not. It'd be nice to get a nice lead, but I just know Coach Foreman at Hiram does a great job, and I know that this game is always, like you said, a barn burner down to the end. But I would expect nothing different. It's going to be a physical game, and it's going to be one of those games that hopefully we can get a stop or get a score late to win it.
And finally, Coach, Hiram, again, this is a program you're very familiar with. You've played them each year you've been at Paulding County. You're 3-2 against them. You know what to expect tonight. What will your guys have to do to come away with the W?
The most important thing our guys have to do is they're going to have to be focused on their keys and win each play, and just that's the number one thing. They can't worry about what has happened on the previous play. They can't worry about the past. They have to focus each play and be dialed in so they can execute. And hopefully the results will favor us. All
right, Coach, do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share?
No, sir. I'm just excited about getting to Friday.
Well, thank you for your time, Coach, and good luck this evening.
All right, Logan, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And you've been listening to our pregame chat with Patriots head coach Van Spence ahead of tonight's rivalry game at Hiram. We're going to take a time out and hear from our sponsors. Paulding County Patriots football, presented by Georgia Highlands College, is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Georgia Highlands College has got you covered. With more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you can take classes the way you want, from virtually anywhere. That means at GHC, it's the right time, the right place, at the right price. Did you know GHC has one of the lowest tuition rates in the country? That's right. You don't have to pay more for the same classes you would take at other colleges. Get your 2-year or 4-year degree right here at home. Now's your chance to take charge at Georgia Highlands College. Visit us today at highlands.edu to learn how you can take classes virtually anywhere and land a career in one of many rapidly growing fields. Again, that's highlands.edu. Highlands.edu.
Sometimes we forget how easy it is to save energy at home. So Georgia Power is here with a little reminder, because it's often as simple as a twist to switch to LED bulbs, or as easy as a lift to move furniture away from air vents. It could be the flip of a switch to turn off the lights in an empty room. One way or another, these small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com/energy efficiency for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
At First Bank Mortgage, we help others get to a better place. Your better place might be a yard for your kids or a bigger home for your growing family. Maybe it's just to refinance your current mortgage. Whatever your better place is, First Bank Mortgage will help you get there. Call 706-232-9458. Voted Best Mortgage Lender 2 years in a row. First Bank Mortgage, 338 West 3rd Street, Rome. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 472433. First Bank Mortgage, helping you get to your better place.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
At Logical Systems, we take the time to ensure your network is tailored to perform at the highest capacity. Whether upgrading your structured cabling or implementing new technology, Logical Systems helps your organization stay on the cutting edge of an ever-evolving market. Give Logical Systems a call today at 706-234-9896 for your network solutions.
Welcome back to Hiram High School. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you here on the Mountain Coast Network. Paulding County Patriots football presented by Georgia Highlands College. The big-time rivalry matchup still about 8 minutes away from kickoff, but looking forward to a good one. And not only a good one here, Steve, but so many big matchups either in Paulding County or in Northwest Georgia or in these two teams' regions. It's just so great to have football back, but not only that, to have so many good games going on this week.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're going to probably run down those here in a little bit, but yeah, there's just a lot of good games going on, especially for the second week of the season, and you don't see that very often. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of high-quality games that hopefully you're having a chance to go to, and hopefully the way I picture you anyway, you're sitting at a football game somewhere, got us tuned in, and being able to listen to one game and watch another, that's pretty amazing. And so yeah, we're excited about that. We're looking forward to kind of keeping track of those throughout this game and be able to give you some scores at halftime. But man, and not only that, like we were talking earlier, Logan, too, just not only that, college getting kicked off, and man, it's just another reason at this time of the year to just love the weekends.
It absolutely is. Looking at the college games this weekend, just a couple to look at. You've got Hawaii and UCLA kicking off. You've got Nebraska and Illinois. But then over in Atlanta, they've got a couple of the HBCUs playing this weekend. They've got Alcorn State taking on NC Central, and that's going to be played at Center Parc Stadium at Georgia State University. College game day is going to be there in the morning. And how good does it feel just to say, hey, when I wake up, I can turn on college game day? I'm
Absolutely.
Getting goosebumps.
Yeah, I know.
Goosebumps.
I know my DVR is going to get kicked in pretty soon because I've got that to be to tape just in case I happen to miss some of it.
Well, looking at the Paulding County teams that were in action last week, all 5 of the public high schools in Paulding County were in action. Looking at East Paulding, one of the region opponents for Paulding County, they lost 28-12 to Kennesaw Mountain. North Paulding went 1-0. They defeated South Gwinnett 35-14. South Paulding and Hiram played, and that was a barn burner. Came down to the finish where South Paulding took a 43-42 decision over Hiram. But those teams are going to be in action this week as well. A few of those teams are going to try to get their first win, while some other teams are going to try to move to 2-0. As you can hear the Hiram High School band playing in the background, doing a great job here at Hiram High School. Kudos to them, and also kudos to the Honor Guard as they completed the national anthem just a few minutes ago. But looking at the county teams in action this week, East Paulding is going to be on the road over in Cobb County. They are taking on Campbell. It's the season opener for Campbell. East Paulding, rather, is going to try to get their first win after a tough loss to Kennesaw Mountain last week. There are 2 inter-county matchups this week. You've got this one here at Hiram as the Hornets and the Patriots are playing. But on up north a little bit at North Paulding High School, they're going to be hosting South Paulding, and that's a huge matchup, not only because it's north and south, not only because it's 2 Paulding County schools, because it's the Fox 5 High 5 Sports Game of the Week. That's big, and that's awesome for them. And that's, of course, a region opponent for Paulding County. You look at South Paulding, and although the Patriots aren't playing North Paulding this year, you really want to scope out the talent level all across the county. So I'm sure there's going to be eyes up in North Dallas for that matchup today. Looking at the region last week for Paulding County, that's Region 5 6A. A lot of teams got their first win. Alexander with a dominant 45-2 victory over Chapel Hill. Carrollton, as expected, crushed New Manchester 49-13. Douglas County with a 55-27 win over Lithia Springs. Dalton kept it close. They did lose at Calhoun 42-35, but they kept it close. And then Rome with a nice 23-7 win at Rockmart. All of those teams in action this week except for Rome. The Wolves will have this week off. Alexander is going to be hosting 5A number 5 Cartersville. Carrollton at home hosting 6A Johns Creek. They were originally supposed to host Noonan, but the Cougars had to pull out due to COVID-19, so instead they're going to be taking on 6A Johns Creek. Dalton at home trying to get their first win against 4A Ridgeland. Got to imagine they're going to have a good chance to get that win tonight. And then Douglas County at home hosting 5A Stockbridge. That's going to be a big one down in Douglasville as well. Both teams with team captains coming out to the field. About to have the coin toss and get set up for tonight's matchup. Your team captains for Paulding County go like this. Number 7, David Okoye. Number 17, Braden Malden. Got number 54 out there as well. That's Jacob Smith, the senior, and number 48, J-Rod Abrams, the freshman. Then flipping over to Hiram, number 2, Adonis Desson out there, along with the senior Julius Dixon. Number 12, Miles Thurston, the senior, a team captain. And then finally, the final team captain for the Hornets, the senior, Jalen Priester. Hiram's jerseys very similar to Cartersville's jerseys. They've got the gold pants with the purple jersey, gold helmets, white numbers, and Paulding County's away uniforms, first time we've gotten to see it, and look very much like Penn State's road uniforms, all white. White jersey, white pants, and blue numbers. As you can hear the fans getting on their feet and making some noise here on the home sideline as the Hornets are here and they're about to bust through that banner. Paulding County on the other side of the field about to run through their Patriots banner as well. It's about go time here at Hiram High School. Completing the coin toss. And Paulding County won the toss and they will kick to Hiram. So the Hornets will start out with the ball. And they're going to be driving towards the north end zone, the Hiram end zone. One end zone says Hiram, one says Hornets. Again, a beautiful stadium and very, very nice facilities here at Hiram High School. The Hornets crowding right behind their sign. The team captains will join them back there. Paulding County retreating back to their sign also. Doesn't get much better than this. Hiram and Paulding County coming your way right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
You know, a little different from last week. If you remember, Paulding County won the toss last week, just like they did this week. But last week they decided to receive, and this time they're deciding to defer and get the ball second half.
Both teams run out of the, well, not out of the tunnel, I guess, out of the end zone, run through their banners, yeah. And now we're ready to go. Got all the festivities done with for the day. It's time to line it up. 11 on 11 and see who's better. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Mountain Coast Network as the two sides are about to send their special teams units out there. We want to thank our sponsors here on the Mountain Coast Network. They include Georgia Highlands College, Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab, Logical Systems, McDonald's of East Rome and Armuchee, First Bank Mortgage, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Georgia Power, and Automax. Then talking about games going on tonight, we also want to let everybody know, hey, if you're listening on the Mountain Coast Network, if you want to check out Adairsville and Cass, a big-time Bartow County matchup.
Absolutely.
You can listen in to Larry Gardner on the Adairsville Tigers Network here on the Mountain Coast Network. Does a great job, and a big win for the Tigers last week, trying to move to 2-0 against a Cass Colonels team who went on the road and upset Dawson County. Should be a fun one in that one as well.
Now, we're talking about Hiram getting the ball first. Logan, we made for right reasons, we made such a deal about how well Braden Malden played last week. We also have to make note as Hiram's getting ready to get their offense on the field. Trayvon Shepard Johnson had a phenomenal game last week too, as he threw for 278 yards, and that's another senior leader for them for the Hiram Hornets.
The senior Clay Walters about to send it off. He steps up and puts his boot into it, and we are underway. It goes to the sophomore Jamarian Watley at the 4-yard line. He comes near side up to the 20, tries to break a tackle. He's still up, gets up to the 23, and is quickly brought down by a host of Patriots. So Hiram will have it at their own 23, 24-yard line to start things out. And it was a good showing offensively for the Hornets last week. We mentioned they scored 42 points in a 1-point loss to South Paulding, and that's a good Spartans defense. That's a good start for Hiram, a team that won just one game a year ago, really trying to turn it around with head coach Pete Fomanaya, and got a good chance to do that this year. One of the top quarterbacking performances of the state last week was Trayvon Shepard Johnson. He's in the pistol, hands it off on the first play of the game to the running back Adonis Desson. He'll get up to the 25-yard line, pushes forward to the 27 after contact, and then he's brought down.
As we're talking about that too, that was another young man that had a phenomenal game last week. Was Adonis Desson, 154 yards on the ground. So that's definitely someone that that Paulding County is going to have to keep track of.
Spread offense still on the field for the Hornets. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's play action. They'll throw on a bubble screen out to the right. That is Zaire Johnson. He's swallowed up immediately, though. They'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it, and that'll force 3rd down and long.
What a great play right there, and it looked like, was that Liam Jeffries maybe? I believe that was out there on that defensive end. I'm trying to see if he's linebacker position. Yeah, did a great job of filling that bubble screen and coming up making get it where there's no gain.
3rd down and 7 now. Ball on their own 27-yard line. Shepard Johnson in the pistol. 2 receivers to either side. And the deep back is the senior Adonis Desson. 3-4 look here from the Patriots defense. Hiram gets the play call in from the sideline. He receives the snap, backs up. Shepard Johnson looking long, almost intercepted. It would have been a huge pick by Liam Jeffries. Instead, it's knocked away, and that's 4th down.
Boy, that's a nice play. He just sat a little bit. If he would have gone towards the ball, I believe he would have been able to pick that off, but a really, you could not have drawn it up any better. 3 and out. They're coming off the field, getting their offense ready. That's a great call on Coach Spence's part to make sure that they have that defense on the field first, and they responded in a great way.
Now Hiram having to punt it away. Runs to the right. Rugby-style punt. He'll kick it way downfield. It's going to go out of bounds, it appears, towards the 25-yard line. So a good job to flip field position that time for the Hiram's special teams unit. The return man for Paulding County was Francier Chardavon, but not able to even touch it as it went out of bounds at the 25. Call it 26-yard line. So a long way to go for the Patriots offense, but a nice start for your defense. So that's why you want to kick it off. You want to set the tone defensively. You want to have some big hits, and they did just that, especially on that second play of the drive, the bubble screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 3 plays, they played about as well as you can play them.
So now we'll see what the Patriots offense can do. It's going to be 3 receivers to the right. Looks like a receiver to the left. And in the gun, that's Braden Malden, the senior quarterback. A receiver in motion. It's play action. Looking downfield, trying to get it to Chardavon, and it's intercepted.
No, they're calling it incomplete. No, you're right.
Picked off. Wow. Jamarian Watley, the sophomore transfer from Rockmart, not taking long to make his impact.
He did such a good job of reading that play. just stepped right in front of the receiver. I don't know if Malden just didn't see him or what, but it was good interception. I tell you, just it puts Hiram in great field position.
So you had that time on the outside, Chardavon running a curl. You had Odabemi running upfield, and he kind of put it right in between both of them. Either way, it goes in the books as an interception for Watley, and now the Hornets have it. Bunch formation here. It's going to be play action again. Shepard Johnson looking long, and nobody's down there. It's going to be picked off at the 10 by Paulding County, bringing it upfield now. It's Riddick, Kavari Riddick at the 50. Got some blocks downfield. He's going to be ripped out of bounds around the 42 or 43-yard line. One interception followed by another one on the very next play.
Sure was, just way overthrown. It was looked like they were running maybe a flag route, but in the process he was covered. There's flags deep where the interception took place, so I bet it was after the play. I bet there might be something. So I see flags on about the 15-yard line. But, yeah, he was covered in front and back, and he just overthrew him, and actually pretty good interception over the shoulder catch.
The junior, Kavari Riddick, and it's going to be coming back, it looks like, on a penalty against Paulding County, but the Patriots will keep the ball. And nobody more happy about that than Braden Malden. Gets an opportunity to make up for that mistake.
Boy, that is a costly penalty, though.
It is. They would have had amazing field position. Instead, it's going to be half the distance to the goal.
What is that? Probably about a 55-yard from where they would have had the ball to where they have it now. It's just a huge.
And I assume it was a block in the back or something?
Yeah.
So he picked it off at the 10, returned it 45 yards, and it's wiped off completely. So Paulding County has the ball placed at their own 6-yard line. Would think you're going to run it here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. A handoff up the gut, and he squeezes through. He's at the 15 and down after a first down. A 13-yard run there. It's Micah Kelly.
Such a great run, hard run. They actually had him, he just broke a couple of arm tackles and was able to get a really, really good gains on it.
Looks like Maurice Jones-Drew back when he played for the Jaguars. Just give him a little bit of a hole, and he's going to fit through. Play action this time. A man on a bubble screen. It's Chardavon. The block's lining up perfectly. He's at the 40. It's a foot race at midfield. He'll stop, try to juke. He's out of bounds at the 43. A massive, massive gain here for Chardavon.
That was such a well-developed play. Just like you said, a little comeback, little bubble screen. But it wasn't a stationary bubble screen. He was moving, so as he caught the ball, he was able to cut inside. Great block by the outside receiver, and then also the guard that was pulling on that play.
Goes in as a 37-yard pass from Malden to Chardavon, and now the Patriots looking for more. First down and 10. It's a handoff to Kelly. Left side, arm tackle, gets him down at the 40. He's still fighting through contact, but he is going to be brought down after a gain of 4.
Logan, what a huge difference running game. Now, I'm not talking about just yards gained, but just the intensity of how they're approaching it. They're hitting the holes hard. Is a little different last week. And, man, they're reaping the benefits of it right now.
5 wide now, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Malden all alone in the gun. And the snap count got him that time. Defensive end jumps offside. Looked like it was number 27, Jamarian Williams, and the senior. A little too antsy. That's going to be 5 yards and makes it second down in inches. Paulding County keeping the same personnel out there. 2 to the left and 3 to the right. Second down in inches, going 5 wide. Welcome to 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
Malden receives the snap, looking to the right is Chardavon again. He's got the catch and the first down. Falls down after catching it. He's down at the 29. That's a first down for the Patriots.
They are definitely on a roll. The thing that I've always impressed with Malden, if you notice, they didn't hesitate having him throw again. He understood what happened. He's reading the defense a lot better and made the good, safe throw, because all they need to do right at that point is just get the first down.
J.J. Kelly in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Huge hole up left side. He's at the 25 to the 20. Spins around and he fumbles it. It goes out of bounds, but did Hiram recover? They'll say they did not. I think it went out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it did too.
Another first down for the Patriots. Down to the 15. A very aggressive run there from J.J. Kelly. Gain of about 14, 15 yards there. Kelly remains in the game here on 1st down and 10 inside the red zone, ball at the 15. They'll give it to Kelly again. He sneaks through. He's a magician. He's up to the 7-yard line and brought down after a pickup of 8 yards.
Great run. That was really a variation of an RPO, actually. You can see the quarterback, you can see Malden was watching as he was doing this a straight handoff, just a belly dive basically. But he made the right call. Defensive end kind of moved upfield. He was able to get the ball to, and I guess we got to be more specific because we got both Kellys in there. So
yeah.
J.J. Kelly did a great job of reading that, kicking it to the outside, get some good yardage.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They give it to Kelly, and he fumbles it immediately. Hiram has it, and they are on the run. Malden's the only man that can make the tackle, and he does. What a great effort play there from Braden Malden, but the turnover gives it back to the Patriots. That's the senior, Aaron Hairston. Second takeaway of the first quarter. Check that, second takeaway of the first 5.5 minutes for this Hornet defense.
That ball just never got there. It looked like it was supposed to be a bounce play. And soon as I believe JJ bounced just a little bit too quickly, and the ball never got in his belly solidly enough, and it just popped out. Man, oh man, I hate that. I know Coach Spence is hating that for more than one reason, but one is they were on the move.
Hiram near midfield, ball on their own 47-yard line. A handoff here to Desson. Desson with a run right up the gut. He'll get just 1 yard against the stingy Paulding County defense. It's got to be very disheartening for the Patriot offense.
Absolutely, but I'll tell you though, you're seeing a really that play right there, especially because we said Desson had a phenomenal game last week, but so far he's been kind of stuck, and a great defense right there by the line of penetrating, getting through that line to be able to keep him at minimal gain.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's coming in motion. It's going to be a pitch to him in the backfield. He's going upfield, and he's got a nice gain. It's going to be close to a first down. They'll call him down at the Paulding County 44-yard line. So a gain of about 8 yards there for Hiram, and it's 3rd down and inches.
Yeah, nice play right there. Great kick-out block by that far side receiver to allow Dennis to be able to, or Desson be able to kick it in and get close, really close to that first down.
And that was the freshman on the carry, Caden Hamilton. So that's someone you're going to be hearing the name of a lot for Hiram here over the next few years if he keeps making plays like that. 3 receivers to the left, a tight end to the right, and the offensive lineman jumped off sides. Left tackle wasn't ready that time. Never got in his stance comfortably, fell over, and that's 5 yards back against the Hornets.
Hey, those kind of penalties absolutely can kill you. I mean, you're looking 3rd and right at 1, and then all of a sudden you're looking at 3rd and 6, and it just makes it so much harder.
Let's see, they haven't moved the ball yet, and it is against Hiram. Paulding County was kind of crowding against it, didn't know if they were going to have a call against them. Instead, it's going to be moved back to the Paulding County 49-yard line. Need to get it up to the 43 for a first down. 3rd down and 6 here for the Hornets. Shepard Johnson fakes a handoff, play action roll out to the left. A linebacker comes through untouched, bringing him down. He's hit as he throws, and they'll call it incomplete. And that is 4th down now for Hiram. Shepard Johnson with a very risky throw that time. He was getting hit from behind and looked almost like the tuck rule play.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. It looked like to me is that I think it was Scott that had a chance to get him, Braden Scott, and he was able to get through him, but he did a great job after he fell of getting back up and hitting him from behind as he was about to throw it, and or it would have possibly been a fumble.
Running on a rugby-style kick again, that's number 38, Dalton Moist, the senior kicker. It hits at the 20, rolls to the 15, now inside the 10, and it's going to be downed at the 1. Did they keep it in? They did not. Hiram, one of the young men on the special teams unit, trying to catch it.
What a great punt. That's you hate that if you're Hiram. That was such a great punt. They had an opportunity to get down there, just nobody got down to the goal line.
And Dalton Moyes, he handles both the kicking and the punting for Hiram. He was 2 for 2 on field goals last week and 2 for 2 on extra points, had 8 points and also had quite a few nice punts. He's a kid that you might want to keep an eye on if you're a college coach, if you need a kicker or a punter in the next few years. Timeout called on the field, 4:59 to go here in the first quarter, and no score between the Patriots and the Hornets. Back and forth so far, and finally the second punt of the game forced by the Patriot defense. While we have this moment of downtime, do want to again thank our sponsors, our title sponsor, Georgia Highlands College. Take charge of your future today at Georgia Highlands College. You can take classes at 5 campuses in Dallas, Rome, Cartersville, Douglasville, and Marietta, or you can take fully online classes through GHC and eCampus. For more information, visit highlands.edu. Also a thank you to Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab. To get back in motion, call Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab at 706-509-3400 or visit them at Shorter Avenue in Rome. And finally, Logical Systems. Let our solutions be the answer to your IT challenges. Logical Solutions is the go-to for all information technology issues in North Georgia, North Alabama, and Southeastern Tennessee. Call 706-234-9896. That's Logical Systems. Back to action here at Hiram High School. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter and no score, but not for a lack of trying. Paulding County with an interception on the first play of their first drive all the way inside the red zone and then fumble on a handoff. Braden Malden, after making a touchdown-saving tackle, back in there to lead the Patriot offense. Receiver in motion. That's Khalil Jones. Instead, he'll throw on the out route to Sharda Vaughn, and he gets up to the 25.
That's a nice play right there by Watley coming in to make that tackle. If you notice, too, that Hiram, the way they've adjusted after watching the film, I'm sure, from last week, is they only have 3. They're playing a 3-down lineman, and with that, they're having they got two linebackers and really one acting as a strong safety to try to take away some of those flat routes.
2nd down and 4. It's a run on the left side to Micah Kelly. Fights through a couple of would-be tackles and gets up enough for a first down. 5-yard gain on 2nd down and 4 means first down for the Patriots. Micah Kelly already with 22 yards on 3 carries, and that's more rushing yards than the whole Patriot offense had last week. Paulding County with a much more balanced attack so far, 48 through the air, 45 on the ground. Now receiver in motion, handoff instead to Kelly. Up left side, breaks a couple of tackles, gets a first down. That's a quick 12 yards for Micah Kelly, the junior, making it look easy right now.
Just running at will right now, and they're running a lot to that left side of the offense. So I'm not sure what they're seeing, but just about every play, even if it's a belly handoff on the right side, it's usually a cutback to that left side. So not a whole lot of actually running to this right side as of right now.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left, and Kelly in the backfield. Here's Malden looking to the right side. It's Khalil Jones trying to make a diving catch, but it hits the ground instead, and that'll make it 2nd down and 10.
I tell you, that was a long throw for Malden to make. That was a timing, just a little timing out route. And it's funny, they're making all of their handoffs, all the running plays been on the left side, all the throws have been on the right side for right now. Of course, right side right now is the wide side, but still, that's the way it's been pretty much every possession they've had.
Paulding County ball at their own 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, tight end to the right. Instead, they're going to give it off to number 22. That's J.J. Kelly, and he is swarmed in the backfield. That Hiram Hornet defense standing tall on 2nd down and 10.
Again, running play to that left side, and they did a really good job of getting through the line, penetrating that line of scrimmage, and catching him behind the line. He didn't have anywhere to go.
So J.J. Kelly had a very productive first 2 touches. Had that fumble, unfortunately, and now hitting the backfield. 3rd down and 12 on their own 41-yard line. 5 wide again, and Braden Malden, the senior gunslinger, in the pocket. Steps back, looks straight downfield. It's Sharda Vaughn, first down,
Great
Patriots.
Throw. That's a great throw and a great catch. He did such a good job going up and getting that ball.
Goes in as an 18-yard pass on 3rd down and 13. All 4 of his completions have been to Francois Sharda Vaughn. He had just a couple of catches last week, now up to 66 yards. And Paulding County said, you know what, this pass game's working. We're going to keep 5 wide out there again. The slot receiver is number 21, Tyler Smith. And again, Hiram jumping offside. I'm not sure what Braden Malden is saying back there, but it's working.
It's working, you're right.
And that's an art in itself, really.
It is. I mean, it's all you got to do is look at the NFL. You watch Aaron Rodgers, there's hardly anybody better than him, not only of drawing off sides, but catching the defense, trying to sub. He'll catch those 12 people on the field. But, yeah, he's doing such a good job. His cadence or whatever he's doing that's just giving him a feeling that the ball is being snapped.
Ball now at the Hiram 38. Malden looking right side. Khalil Jones has it. He has some space. He's down to the 20. Ball comes out late. They'll say that he was already down. So another big gain for Paulding County, and the first time someone not named Sharda Vaughn's caught the ball.
I tell you, it's funny. I was just about to say that, the main thing they've got to do right now as they're getting close and right at the red zone is they have to take care of that football.
So another 18-yard pass, and the ball down to the 20 for Paulding County. 2:05 to play here in the first quarter. No score, but the Patriots in the red zone for the second time tonight. They'll try to avoid the turnover bug. Yeah. Snap count got him for the third time in the first quarter. That time the whole defensive line jumped off sides.
That is amazing. I mean, they're running, like I said, a three lineman, but so they really almost have a nose tackle. He was right down over the ball and still jumped.
That's why they tell you if you're the nose guard, just watch the football. That's all you got to do.
They're shading little gaps now, but they're shading to that right side.
Jeffrey's the H-back on this play. Instead, they're going to go to the air. Left side, the receiver falls down, and he is lucky that Watley didn't come away with his second interception of the night.
Dangerous and really unnecessary throw. He was covered, had both two guys on him. That was the only one he looked at there, and just fortunately for Paulding County, came up incomplete.
On the far side out there, that's David Okoye, the big-time junior receiver. In coverage was Alvin Dixon III. It was good coverage by Hiram. That one was, I think, a bad read by Malden. I think a little bit of miscommunication here from the Paulding County offense, and they'll head to the sidelines. They'll call timeout with 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Paulding County will have it 2nd down and 5 on the Hiram 15-yard line. When we get back on the Mountain Coast Network, Paulding County Patriots football, brought to you by Georgia Highlands College.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
Tell you what, you can't make this up. Welcome to Georgia. If you've not been here long, a lightning delay here at Hiram High School will put this game on pause. Hiram, the Hornets, heading to their field house towards the right side of this field, and Paulding County will head to the visiting locker rooms. Very entertaining first half so far. 1:40 to go in the first half, and ball at the Hiram 15-yard line. Paulding County has it when we return play. Hopefully this is a storm that can move past us. Looked at the radar before the game and thought that we'd be okay. There's a lot of storms down in the LaGrange, Georgia, Columbus, Georgia area, but they are moving this way. And we assumed that it would hit us at some point tonight. We were hoping that we'd get past at least the first half. Unfortunately, not able to in this one. But, Steve, coming away with it so far, Paulding County's doing exactly what you wanted to see them do.
Oh, absolutely. They're doing everything that they need to do except score. And I know that sounds kind of silly to say, but they're moving the ball well, and then they fumble. Then they're getting the ball back. They're holding 3 and out. They're getting the ball back. They're moving it through the air. They're moving it through the air, and then there's an interception. And then it's just been that type of thing. And right now, their total offense is definitely better than Hiram's. They just can't get it in the end zone right now.
Well, looking at the stats so far, again, we're not even done with the first quarter. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. You've got 84 passing yards for Paulding County, 55 rushing yards for a grand total of 139. Braden Malden right now with 2 incompletions. One of those was caught by Jermarion Watley of Hiram. So far, he's 5 for 7 passing for 84 yards and 1 interception. Most of those completions, 4 of the 5 going to Francier Chardavon. He has 66 yards receiving. And then Khalil Jones with a nice 18-yard catch on this previous drive right before the lightning delay was called. Looking at the defense, though, for the Patriots, that's what's really surprised me so far. Yes, it's good to see them move the ball and especially to run the ball. The defense has been shut down. Only 12 yards allowed for Hiram to this point. 8 of those coming by Caden Hamilton and then 4 for Adonis Desson. And then as you're pointing out to me right now, Steve, a lot of first downs for Paulding County and none for Hiram.
Yeah, you're looking at that. That kind of goes exactly what we talked about. Paulding County's moving the ball. They're doing really good things. They just can't score. Holding Hiram hadn't even been able to get a first down yet, but yet you can't tell it by looking at the scoreboard.
Continuing to look at the stats here in the first half, Trayvon Shepard Johnson had 278 passing yards last week. Right now he has 0. He's 1 for 5 passing with 1 interception. A big pick for the Paulding County Patriots. It was intercepted by number 14, Kavari Riddick. A great job by the junior to intercept it at the 10. Had a big return. It was called back. Right now I think the one thing that you need to clean up if you're Paulding County is the turnovers, the mistakes. One was just unfortunate turnover. It was the fumble at the 15 where it could really happen to anybody. That's just a case of butterfingers, and it's nothing against the young running back. J.J. Kelly's going to learn from it, and would imagine that it's probably one of those things that's not going to happen to him again for the rest of the year. It's just unfortunate for Paulding County.
Yeah, and one thing you like to see, what I like to see anyway too, is that you didn't see – saw Coach put him right back in the next play, or in the next possession that they had, and he had a couple of touches and was able to hold on to it.
And also 1 interception thrown by Braden Malden so far. He'll need to clean that up. But talking about the rushing offense for the Patriots, night and day different from what we saw last week. Only two people with carries right now, and it's the Kelly brothers. Micah Kelly, the junior, he has 4 carries right now for 34 yards, and then J.J. Kelly, number 22, he's just a sophomore. He's got 21 yards on 3 carries. So Paulding County came out with the right game plan. We'll see what happens when we get out of this lightning delay. Again, a lightning delay here at Hiram High School. We're hoping that it'll move past pretty quickly and we can come back soon and return this game. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. No score between the Patriots and the Hornets. Ball will be at the Hiram 15-yard line with Paulding County holding possession. You're listening to Paulding County Patriots football here on the Mountain Coast Network. Again, want to thank our sponsors, McDonald's of East Rome and Armuchee. McDonald's, I'm loving it. First Bank Mortgage. Home loans are just a click away. Contact First Bank Mortgage today and let us earn your trust. 706-232-9458. That's 706-232-9458. Also, Georgia Northwestern Technical College. GNTC provides quality technical education and workforce development opportunities supporting student success throughout the communities in Northwest Georgia. They have campuses in Catoosa, Floyd, Gordon, Polk, Walker, and Whitfield counties, and there's never been a better time to attend GNTC. For more information, go to gntc.edu. Georgia Power as well. Georgia Power has been ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power and Associates for 3 years in a row. Now through September 30th, receive free installation, $0 activation fee, and a free doorbell camera or smart thermostat. This and other great deals are only available at Georgia Power, so visit georgiapower.com. And finally, Automax. Automax is the premier automobile rental company in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. Call the Rome office at 706-291-0600 or visit automaxrental.com.
Yeah, I was just going to say real quick, Logan, just to kind of let our listeners know, just to make sure that they understand that anytime, according to Georgia high school rules, anytime that there is a lightning strike, every administrator, athletic director, it could be the athletic director, could be the trainer, they have a lightning meter that they are required to hold on to, and anytime that happens, they have to let the referee know. Anytime it's closer than 10 miles, I believe it is, then but anytime that their lightning is called, they are in a lightning delay, and that's a 30-minute process. They have to go, you're out. So this will be 30 minutes, but it starts over if there's another lightning strike. So you hear the announcer, matter of fact, because I just saw some lightning, and you just hear the PA announcer announcing that there's another 30 minutes. And really what that means is anytime there's a lightning, that 30 minutes starts over. So we're just now at another 30-minute delay, just to kind of help clarify, because I know some people may not be understand what the lightning delay means.
Well, we've had a fun first quarter, and we hope that this lightning delay will get over with quickly so we can get back to game action here at Hiram High School. Again, your score, Paulding County nothing and Hiram nothing. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Steve, any final thoughts before we step away for a minute?
Well, it's just what we've talked about. One of the things that it's going to be it's going to be interesting in those locker rooms. Even though you're talking about a 0-0 score, it's going to be different in both of those locker rooms. Hiram, they've got to get some fire going. They've got to get some motivation. They've got to be able to make some first downs. They haven't had a single first down with Paulding County, so it's going to be a little different. They're going to be bragging on them, going, guys, y'all are doing some really, really good things. However, we've got to take care of the ball. We've got to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're hurting ourselves right now. They could easily be up 14-0 if you're just assuming that the extra points are going to be made. But it's 0-0, and that's what matters.
Absolutely. Well, you're listening to Paulding County Patriot football right here on the Mountain Coast Network. The Lightning continuing here in Hiram, Georgia. Every time we say, let's start over the 30 minutes, another strike. Yeah. So we're going to step aside for a minute here on the Mountain Coast Network. We're going to go back to our audio letting you know that the game's going to start. If you tuned in around 6:30, you heard it. We're going to play it until we have an update. You're listening to Paulding County Patriot football right here on the Mountain Coast Network, presented by Georgia Highlands College.
Got you covered. With more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you can take classes the way you want, from virtually anywhere. That means at GHC, it's the right time, the right place, at the right price. Did you know GHC has one of the lowest tuition rates in the country? That's right. You don't have to pay more for the same classes you would take at other colleges. Get your 2-year or 4-year degree right here at home. Now's your chance to take charge at Georgia Highlands College. Visit us today at highlands.edu to learn how you can take classes virtually anywhere and land a career in one of many rapidly growing fields. Again, that's highlands.edu. highlands.edu.
It doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior or a star under the local lights. Sometimes it's just not that easy to bounce up and walk it off. That's why Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab is here to keep you healthy on and off the field. Our licensed and certified therapists and trainers provide quality health care designed to get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. And our urgent care offices are conveniently located where you work and play. Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab offers the experience and technology needed to get you back in the game. Find out more at floyd.org.
Sometimes we forget how easy it is to save energy at home. So Georgia Power is here with a little reminder, because it's often as simple as a twist to switch to LED bulbs, or as easy as a lift to move furniture away from air vents. It could be the flip of a switch to turn off the lights in an empty room. One way or another, these small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com/energy efficiency for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
When in Rome, be sure to stop by your Martha Berry Highway or East Rome McDonald's after the game. They're open 24 hours in the lobby and drive-thru to serve you. And remember, they serve fresh, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and $1.29 any size coffee, hot or iced, along with $1 any size soft drinks and sweet tea. Download the McDonald's app for great deals and earn loyalty and rewards points for every purchase toward free food. Your Martha Berry and East Rome McDonald's are proud supporters of Northwest Georgia's students and athletes.
At Logical Systems, we take the time to ensure your network is tailored to perform at the highest capacity. Whether upgrading your structured cabling or implementing new technology, Logical Systems helps your organization stay on the cutting edge of an ever-evolving market. Give Logical Systems a call today at 706-234-9896 for your network solutions.
If another crisis happens, will your job be secure? Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers programs of study in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Visit us on the web at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential. If another crisis happens, will your job be secure? Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers programs of study in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Visit us on the web at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
At First Bank Mortgage, we help others get to a better place. Your better place might be a yard for your kids or a bigger home for your growing family. Maybe it's just to refinance your current mortgage. Whatever your better place is, First Bank Mortgage will help you get there. Call 706-232-9458. Voted Best Mortgage Lender 2 years in a row. First Bank Mortgage, 338 West 3rd Street, Rome. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 472433. First Bank Mortgage, helping you get to your better place.
And welcome back to the Mountain Coast Network. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you. And just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, minute 40 to go in the first quarter, and play was suspended due to a lightning delay here at Hiram High School. And here comes the rain. So we're going to call time. We're going to get our crowd back inside before we get yelled at. And it's going to be a minute. It's 30-minute break added to it every time a lightning strikes or is.
The following is a special presentation from the Mountain Coast Network. Georgia Highlands College presents Paulding County Patriot football on the World Wide Web through Mixlr.com. Live coverage of Paulding County Patriot games on the Mountain Coast Network is brought to you in part by Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab, Logical Systems, your East Rome and Armuchee McDonald's, First Bank Mortgage, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Georgia Power, and Automax. Now, let's go live to the stadium for tonight's game with the voices of Paulding County football, Steve Turrentine and Logan Maddox.
And welcome back to Hiram High School. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you here on the Mountain Coast Network, Paulding County Patriots football. We come back to you the same way we left you in a lightning delay here in Hiram. No score in the first quarter, minute 40 to play. Paulding County with a couple of very successful drives, but unable to get into the end zone thanks to a couple of turnovers. Paulding County was actually driving when the play was stopped. They were at the 15-yard line of Hiram. It started like this. We knew that there were some storms in the area coming in this afternoon. They were down in LaGrange. There were some around Atlanta, southwest Atlanta. Thinking that maybe we'd get through it. Unfortunately, hitting the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter, Paulding County was driving, and then the players just walked back to the huddle. We thought they called timeout. Instead, it was the official saying, you know what, we're in a lightning delay. We saw lightning in the area. Good call by the officials, because it came out of nowhere.
It sure did.
That storm, I mean, you saw the clouds come flying in 100 miles per hour, and within 3 minutes we were in a monsoon. but it only lasted about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Unfortunately, the lightning continued and continued. We had no power in the press box. We apologize for the abrupt ending in the broadcast a few minutes ago, but that's kind of just what happened. We were sitting here, we were planning to listen, to continue to give you updates through it, but the power shut off here in the press box, so we had to pause the broadcast. We're back with you here on the Mountain Coast Network, though. Paulding County Patriot football brought to you by Georgia Highlands College. No score in the first quarter. And, Steve, it's hot out here. It's just a little bit hot.
Well, and I'd love to tell you that the rain that we had made it better, but it didn't. But, man, I tell you, it was a great first quarter. There's actually when they called it and they called the weather delay, the lightning delay, it was 1:40 left in this first quarter and 0-0. And we talked a little bit right before we got off the air, or had to get off the air actually due to the weather and the power going out. Was it's really a good game for the most part, even though if you looking at it, Paulding County kind of dominated that first quarter. Moved the ball well, just cannot or could not get it in the end zone. They had 2 turnovers and 1 interception, 1 fumble, and that really kind of dashed some drives that they had. And but give it up to Hiram in the fact that they caused those turnovers and they were able to keep Paulding County out of the end zone.
We still have not heard if this game's going to be called or if this game's going to be restarted. The lightning continued after the rain stopped. And
absolutely,
as we talked about before we went off air, it's 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. So it doesn't matter if it stopped raining. It doesn't matter if you think, maybe it's been a few minutes since the last lightning strike. Per GHSA rules, you got to wait 30 minutes. And, Steve, you just got a notification.
Yeah, I just showed that another lightning strike within 3 miles this time. It has been right here on us, but now it is kind of moving away. But I think Georgia High School says if it's within 10 miles, then it's a 30-minute wait. So right now we're just kind of waiting it out and see what happens. The indications that we get is that they are planning on finishing the game. It's just a matter of a waiting game.
We're looking across the field at the visiting locker room here at Hiram High School, and Paulding County's players are kind of huddled outside of it. Some of them standing near the buses, some of them standing near the gate that leads onto the field, some of them standing on the track that surrounds the field here at Hiram High School. Unfortunately, we don't know what any of that means. We don't know if that means they're going to be getting ready to warm up. We saw Braden Malden practicing some throws, but then again, that's what Braden Malden does in his sleep, so it's not really a good indicator.
Well, they were kind of moving out, and then almost as soon as I got that indicating that the lightning had struck within 3 miles, they called them back over to their locker room. So I guess they got that same information, and you could tell both teams are antsy. It's so difficult with times like this as a coach and really as a player too, because you just don't know. If you're going into halftime, or even if you're on the field during the timeout, you know exactly how much time you have, what you need to say. But when it's a situation like this, and you do not know how long you're going to be stuck inside, you have to run that balance of motivating them like you would in a timeout, or going over things that need to be corrected, to knowing that you can't talk too much.
Yeah.
You've got to give them a chance. You just got to keep them close, make sure that they're staying loose, and just know that your assistant coaches are helping you do that as well.
Well, looking across the state, there's been quite a few games affected by the storms tonight, and one school not too far from here, Allatoona, was looking forward to take on Langston Hughes tonight. That game has been canceled. So the Allatoona Bucks are back at it next week hosting Kennesaw Mountain. Got a lot of halftime scores, though. A lot of teams a little bit further northwest of us able to get their games in, and the weather either missed them or hasn't hit them yet. We see that Coosa is trailing Tryon 42-0 at halftime. Dalton, a region opponent here for Paulding County. Yeah, they're leading Ridgeland 49-0 at halftime. Some other games across the state of Georgia. Callaway leading Troup County down in the Chattahoochee Valley, 14-0 Callaway at halftime. I'm going to try to keep our eyes out for some other scores across the state. Pepperell trailing Heard County 14-10 midway through the third quarter. So the way it looked like across the state here, it's either, oh, okay, it was storming, we didn't know, or, yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
So if we're able to restart this game, we might be in the minority.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You always kind of wonder, now, if this was a region game, there wouldn't be down my mind. We may be here till 1:30 before it started, but they would do everything they can do to place. But since it is a non-region, that was one of the big questions, is that are they going to – because the other thing you have to consider is once you get out there, even though the turf field is beautiful and it's built, one of the reasons that it's the advantage of it is it does – holds the water or pushes the water out, and it's where it doesn't puddle up as much and that kind of thing. It's still very, very slippery. And so your other concern that you have is, do you want to take a chance in this non-region game and take a chance of getting somebody hurt as you're getting closer and closer to move into region play? I think the playing will trump that. I think it's just a matter of kind of waiting to see if the weather, because it looks like the bad weather the worst part of the weather is moving on. I think it's just a matter of those lightning strikes, of how getting those out of the way, getting those in the 10, the 11, 12-mile range to move them out enough to where they can, because like you said, we still got to come on the field. We still have to get loose, and there's still a possibility, even once that happens, that they could cancel. Once they get back on the field and see what the conditions of the field is, they'll have to decide, like I said, if it's worth finishing this game with the possibility of getting anybody hurt.
Well, as we're talking, Paulding County players are making their way to their sidelines, so they're trying to recruit the refs and say, hey, let's play. We want to play. I see you got a halftime score there of our Mountain Coast Network partners. Yeah,
it sure is. That Cass to Daresville game is about what we thought it was going to be. We knew Cass has greatly improved, and so it's 14-12 right now at halftime. Daresville?
Yeah, I think so. I think Daresville on top there. So a big lead there, 21-14. Is that what it says? Daresville on top of Cass. That's a Bartow County matchup.
Yeah, it sure is.
Just a little ways north of here. Those are two teams that love to hate each other. And so
there's no love lost there.
None whatsoever. So Daresville and Cass, the Tigers and Colonels playing right here on Mountain Coast Network. Larry Gardner on the call for that one tonight. Go to mountaincoastnetwork.com and check out his broadcast link if you want to tune in to the Daresville Tigers taking on the Cass Colonels this evening. You're listening to Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network. We do want to thank all of our sponsors, including Georgia Highlands College. Take charge of your future today at Georgia Highlands College. You can take take classes at 5 campuses in Dallas, Rome, Cartersville, Douglasville, and Marietta. Or you can take fully online classes through GHC and eCampus. For more information, visit highlands.edu. Also, Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab. To get back in motion, call Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab at 706-509-3400, or you can visit them at Shorter Avenue in Rome. Another sponsor is Logical Systems. Let our solutions be the answer to your IT challenges. Logical Solutions is the go-to for all information technology issues in North Georgia, North Alabama, and southeastern Tennessee. 706-234-9896. That's 706-234-9896. Talking about that first half, though, Steve, it's exactly what we wanted to see from Paulding County. That first quarter, running the ball, passing the ball, playing stingy defense, offensive line, defensive line, getting nasty, getting gritty in there. Night and day difference from last week.
Oh, absolutely. And like we said, one of the things that Coach Spence talked about, but as well as we talked about, was that was a difference that they had to make. They had to make more of a difference from the defensive line. They had to be able to stop the run. They had to be able to penetrate, get across that line of scrimmage, make the offense work, make that offensive line work, and that's what they've done. Right after Malden threw that interception, and again, it's just a bad read. He handled it so great. He just bounced back. Coach Spence showed the confidence that he has in him and let him throw it again. But even after that interception, defense stepped up and made another and they made the interception, which allowed them to allow Paulding County to get the ball back, and that's one of the one of the drives that they had, they got down close to the red zone before they had a turnover again.
Looking at the stats, Braden Malden with 84 passing yards in that first half. Only 2 incompletions, the 1 interception by Jamarian Watley. On the other side of things, Paulding County's defense really stood tall. Hiram is a team that scored 42 points last week in a close loss to a very good South Paulding team. The Hornets really didn't get into rhythm yet. There's a chance, if this game comes back, that maybe Hiram can come in and be completely different than what we saw. But it felt like Paulding County came up and punched them in the mouth. And Hiram, I don't think they were really prepared for that.
No, it didn't seem like it at all. And we talked about it too, is I know it was the first game, and it was, it was coming right off of a scrimmage, and I don't know if they still kind of had that mentality, but they didn't seem to play with that same intensity that North Hall did, and it showed. Tonight's totally different. They came out ready to play, but that's what you expect. Coach Spence does such a great job with them. Not only are they fundamentally, physically ready to play, but he does such a good job with them of getting them to understand. I'm sure that was a definite point of interest throughout the week.
And, talking about this coaching staff and how good they do, let's shout out all the coaches for Paulding County. The head coach is Van Spence. He's in his 6th year in Dallas. You've got offensive coordinator Trent Thompson doing a good job tonight, right game plan. You've got the assistant head coach, offensive line coach Rich Foster, the defensive coordinator Umbre Brown. You've got the defensive line coach Gene Reynolds, offensive line coach Nick Brown. Troy Vincent coaches special teams. Also, Brandon Bowman is a receivers coach along with Colton Ballou. You've got Dylan Hamilton coaching defensive backs. Brian Jacobson, he's the running coordinator, recruiting coordinator, running back coach. And then Brad Wood, he's also an offensive assistant. Those guys have put in a ton of hours this summer, and under the leadership of head coach Van Spence, they're doing a great job with a young group of kids, really getting them to believe in this program, getting the community to believe. That was something that he mentioned was big at the start of the year, and it's been a lot of fun just in a week and not even a quarter to see how improved this team looks from the very first snap they took. Can't wait to see the rest of this season for Paulding County.
Oh, absolutely. And too, we've talked about it too. The other thing that I've been super impressed with, besides just athletically who they are and how they're playing, because they have it's a really, really, really well made up team. They have a lot of diversity as far as they have great number of skill players. They have a great number of those hogs on the line, that big old boys that are on that line. Not only do they have that, but they are just really, really good kids. We've had a couple of interactions, nothing personal as far as one-on-one, just hanging out and talking with them, but just through social media and others, they're very welcoming and very very excited about Mountain Coast Network being able to call their games, and it just seems like it's all right, looks like we've got word over there, Logan. I know the whistle. I heard a whistle, and it looks like Paulding County, by the way they're acting anyway, looks like we're going to finish this game.
Looking like it. Their players stormed the field. They are in the end zone, and they're going to start warming up. You're listening to Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network. What we're going to do is we're going to step aside. We are going to end the broadcast momentarily. Here's why. When it started raining, we had to move all of our equipment from here at the window to back here on top of a shelf. So we're going to move it back to the window.
The windows held most of the rain.
It did, not
but
all of the rain.
But we got to clean off the table and get it ready to get that equipment back on.
So with that being said, we're going to go dark for a few minutes, come back in 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll be right back with you here on the Mountain Coast Network. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you. Thank you for listening to Paulding County Patriots football, and we're going to be back here in just a moment. You can hear the fans, the Hiram Hornets, making their way onto the field. Such a great time, and we're glad that we're going to be able to finish this game here in Hiram. Your score, minute 40 to play in the first quarter, 0-0. We'll be back here in a moment. And welcome back, Paulding County football right here at Hiram, resuming play. It's 2nd down and 4 here for Paulding County. They had the ball at the 15 of Hiram, minute 40 to go after a long lightning delay. Let's see what they do. It's a handoff right up the gut. How about that? A 15-yard touchdown run just like that for Paulding County. Micah Kelly up the gut, broke one tackle at the 5, and he was in. And that's how you break a scoreless streak.
I guess so.
Wasting no time. Micah Kelly said he knew what the play call was going to be. He wanted to get into the end zone, and he did just that in one play.
That's actually one of the first plays they've actually ran to that right side. And even then, it was just right off center. But, man, just a hard run. Had a couple of people put a hold on. But, that's what happens when you're they had, 7, 8 minutes to warm up, and it makes it tough.
Point after touchdown is converted by the senior. Clay Walters makes it 7-0. So Paulding County striking first. Minute 32 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Patriots. Now a chance for Hiram to get the ball back. And if you'll remember, before play was halted, wasn't a lot of offense for Hiram. Paulding County's defense really shut them down. No completed passes so far for Trayvon Shepard-Johnson, and just 12 rushing yards for this Hornet offense. We'll see what head coach Pete Fomanaya and the rest of his offensive staff can do to try to turn it around here for the Hornets. In a game like this, it's really anybody's game. When you go into a long lightning delay, you don't know how the players are going to react or recover. Paulding County needs to score and score, or rather Hiram needs to score and score quickly if they want to come back in this one.
Yeah.
Clay Walters about to kick it away for the Patriots. The senior special teamer. Checks to his left, checks to his right. Steps forward and puts his leg into it. It's going to be fielded around the 10 by Watley. Cuts back to his right, now to the left. He's got some room. He's at the 35. Jukes again up to the 40. A broken tackle, and he is down at the 44-yard line. Jermarian Watley.
Yeah, man, I tell you, such a nice run right there. It was covered well. It was a high kick, short but high. And they have people covered, but really a good blocking and a good run by Watley.
Jermarian Watley, the Rockmart transfer, his brother, one of the best quarterbacks in Rockmart history. He's making an impact here only as a sophomore for Hiram. Shepard-Johnson in the gun here. Two receivers to either side. He's going to hand it off to Desson. Adonis Desson goes ahead for a gain of 1. He has been shut down so far.
Yeah, he right there, just a running play off right, off of the right guard, and he was just stood up with nowhere to go.
And Destin, a player that we were told to look out for, had all those yards last week, over 150.
Which is what hurt Paulding County last week, but boy, they've definitely made the change. They've definitely made that adjustment.
Loading the box here. They've got 6 guys, maybe 7 in the box. It's going to be a rollout here for Johnson. Looks back to his left, and he's got a man open on the screen. Nice catch, cutting back outside, a flag down. He's brought down on the 45 of Paulding County. It would be a first down, but got to think this one's coming back.
Yeah, it looks like in the hold area. It's kind of just a brief rollout to the right, throw back to the left, just a little wide receiver screen. But they might call it on Paulding County the way some of the Hiram players are acting.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. They're moving the ball down the field, so count that a first down. A 10-yard pitch and catch from Johnson to Chase Tyler. His first pass of positive yardage tonight.
First down for Hiram.
42 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Paulding County on top. Just resumed.
They got rough in the passer, it looked like that.
Okay.
So we take back that first down. They got it on the penalty.
Here's Desson. Right up the middle. Broke a tackle that time, but the linebacker cleaned it up. Big hit there from Abrams.
Great job just filling the gap. Right now, they're sticking with Desson kind of in between the tackles. Not a whole lot of luck right now with that running game up the middle.
Also in on the stop, Chris Core, the guy who was named the Defensive Player of the Week for Paulding County last week. 3 receivers to the right, all in a bunch. He's going to throw deep to the left. It's Tyler with a step. It's intercepted. Picked off by the new guy. That's Tyler Smith, the junior. He just transferred in from a prep school, and he said he's going to show you how them, 7-boy football goes down, the 7-man football? Is that what they play?
That was such a well-played ball right there. Stayed, forced the receiver to the outside. He stayed right on his inside shoulder. The ball was thrown to that inside and not the outside shoulder, and he did such a good job of just staying with him and making the interception.
Just an incredible athlete. Tyler Smith, someone that really stood out in that scrimmage against Temple earlier this year, and he's a guy who didn't even play 11-man football last year. Kicks it off in the end zone. It's a touchback. 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and Paulding County can run one more play. try to start out this drive on a high note. Running back and a fullback in the backfield. Pistol formation. They're going to hand it off again. Why not? Kelly gets upfield. He's up to the 25 and finally brought down. A gain of 5 yards will bring it into the first quarter. 7-0 in the longest first quarter in Paulding County football history. We started this game at 7:30. It's 9:32, and we're heading to the second quarter. Stay tuned. It's going to be a long night. We're going to hear from Georgia Highlands College, Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
And welcome back to the Mountain Coast Network, Paulding County Patriots and Hiram Hornets. And Paulding County trying to get their first win of the season. They lead at 7-0 after 1 period of play.
I tell you, that was, again, I can't stress enough what a well-played ball that was by Smith. Just being able to stay on that inside, go up, get the ball, almost like boxed out the receiver and pulled down that interception, which was a big interception there in the end zone.
It was a 15-yard touchdown run for the junior Micah Kelly on that last drive for Paulding County. We'll see what they can do here. 2nd down and 5. It's back to Kelly on the right side. He's got so much space. He's so fast. In the blink of an eye, a 15-yard gain and another first down for Paulding County.
Yeah, another handoff just right over the guard, that right guard. He did such a good job. I don't even know if he was touched, Logan, to be honest with you, until he got to that almost about second level, or really almost third level, before he was even touched. And a good open field tackle coming up strong. It looked like that safety on that side, I couldn't tell who it was. Maybe number 4, might have been Dixon.
Just want to talk about how great.
Do we have a penalty, I guess?
Yeah, added to the end of the play.
Oh, wow.
So a 10-yard penalty there. Moves them up to midfield now. 1st down and 10 for the Patriots there. They're halfway there. 1 receiver to either side, a tight end, an H-back, and a running back. It's given back to Kelly. Why not? He's up to the 45 before he's even touched. Up to the 40, 1st down. Made those 10 yards look easy.
I don't think they're giving him that spot. I thought they would, but it looked like he's spotting it just short of the 1st down.
So they'll say 2nd down and inches coming up for the Patriots.
Another great run, though, Logan. You're exactly right. Why not? I mean, this is Micah Kelly just being a workhorse right now. They're running between tackles, and it's working.
Same formation here. Heavy set look for the Patriot offense, and the snap count gets them again. That is the 4th offsides penalty of the first half against Highland.
Amazing. Again, I don't know what Malden's doing, but whatever it is, it's working. That gives them a 1st down.
So now that's going to move it up to the 36-yard line of Hiram. And Paulding County, get your keys out. They're going on a drive again. 11:05 to play in half number 1. 7-0 Patriots, and trying to add to it. Malden in the pistol. Behind him is Micah Kelly. He'll spin around and hand off. Why not? Kelly's been working with it up to the 30, past the 30, and finally brought down out of bounds.
What makes this so scary is that you already knew coming into it that Paulding County had a phenomenal passing game, and now it almost looked like that's what Hiram was wanting to take away, which I guess in essence they have. However, now the running game's picked up, and that's going to just really be a problem for Hiram.
See what Paulding County can do here. 2nd down and 5.
It's like J.J. Kelly's in now.
Yes, indeed. The younger brother. He'll get his opportunity. Wow. And look at the speed. 2nd level before he's even thought about. Past the 20, up to the 18-yard line.
I mean, it's just such a great balance between, you got Micah Kelly, who is just a force at 6 foot, 215, is just running over people. Then you put J.J. Kelly in, who is just super quick, 5'9", 175, and just able to make some good cuts, and just a dynamic duo.
See if they'll let Malden throw it here. Nope, why not? Let's just hand it off again. Kelly gets upended at the 10, but that's another big gain for Paulding County.
I mean, they can ooh and all they want, but when you got your cornerback or that time free safety coming up making the plays, made the last 2 plays, that's not a good sign.
Paulding County really came out this drive with an emphasis on the run game. They've yet to attempt to pass, thanks to the efforts of J.J. and Micah Kelly. J.J. in there right now, the sophomore, standing behind Malden. This time it's right up the gut. Perfect blocking. He cuts outside. He's at the 5, stiff arms a man, and he's wrestled down right at the 6-yard line. But move those chains. It's a Paulding County first down.
Again, a big hit, and a lot of congratulations for the hit, which it should have been. But again, the hit was made by somebody on your 3rd level. That time it was cornerback Jamarian Watley, and it's just, that's not a good sign for that Hiram offense. They put the chains down as we're moving into the first down and goal.
Ball at the 5-yard line, a man in motion. It's Jeffries, the tight end. They hand it off in the backfield to Micah Kelly, and he might have tripped over Malden that time.
He lost his foot in one way or the other, but he had a pretty good opening there.
If you're a college football fan, you might remember the Sterner fumble of Arkansas back in the day. That was pretty much the reverse. They hand it off to the running back, and he trips over the quarterback.
We just watched that in the movie the other day.
Great movie.
It is a great movie.
That's what I thought of. Timeout called on the field. 8:22 to play in the first half. Paulding County has it 2nd down and goal inside the 10-yard line. 7-0, the Patriots lead it. You're listening to Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network, presented by Georgia Highlands College. Our other sponsors include Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab, Logical Systems, McDonald's of East Rome and Armuchee, First Bank Mortgage, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Georgia Power, and Automax. Had a super long weather delay, pretty much a hour-and-a-half long lightning delay here at Hiram High School, but we're glad to have the game going again. Still in the first half. We're going to have quite a long night here in Hiram, but that just means more football, and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. And good football is that, as a matter of fact. I mean, Paulding County has really started making a run since that lightning delay, or since the weather delay we've had. But I'm curious to see what happens here. This is where they've struggled a little bit when they're getting inside that red zone. They're having a hard time punching it in, but we'll see. We'll kind of see what they call. Like you said, they haven't had a passing play yet. I wonder if this will be a time for a little play action to see if they'll let Malden do his thing and see if he can find one of his 3 extremely, extremely talented receivers.
Thank all of you for listening in tonight here at Hiram High School. Hornets and Patriots right here on the Mountain Coast Network. Make sure to share with your friends.
They got a
Send
slant
a link
on that
over.
backside open, it looks like, if they're a little short slant.
Ball at the 9-yard line. Again, bunched in here for the Patriots. They give it to Micah Kelly, busts off right side. He tries to spin away from a man. He'll get up to the 5, maybe the 6. That's about it.
Again, just staying with the run, which you can't argue with. It's been working. They're gaining yardage. That time he was hit probably right at the line of scrimmage, but was able to shake that tackle and push forward for another 3 or 4 yards.
One receiver to either side, a tight end to the right, a H-back to the right, and the deep back is Micah Kelly. The quarterback in the pistol is the senior Braden Malden. 3-4 look here from the Hornets defense. It's going to be a pass, the slant. It's tipped up and incomplete. They had Chardavon on the right side, but he couldn't make the catch.
Well, that coverage. I think that was that Jeffries maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. I couldn't see it real well. You're right. I think it was 7. I was thinking it was a 1. It threw me off.
But you're absolutely, either way, it was great coverage and a tough pass to even attempt. Now they're going to send the kicker out there to try to make it a 10-point game.
And really, no matter what the outcome here is, that was a great stop by Hiram, a good series to keep Paulding County out of the end zone for a touchdown anyway.
The holder is Malden. Clay Walters, the senior kicker. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, and the officials say it's good. 10-0. Paulding County leads it, 7:39 to play in the first half. Back-to-back scores out of this lightning delay, and the Patriots are on top. hear the pride of Dallas, Georgia, the Paulding County Patriots band playing away the school fight song after a big scoring drive, making it a 2-possession game. And now a chance for the Hornet offense to get back out there. Hiram, with really no success so far, scored 42 points a week ago. They've got 23 total yards in a quarter and a half. And it's a big testament to this Paulding County Patriot defense. Coach Spence said he was really going to challenge his defense this week. They allowed far too many rushing yards to North Hall with that wing T offense a week ago. Said he wasn't going to let it happen this week, and so far that's been the case. Walters set to kick it away. The kick is up. It's going to be caught on the run around the 6-yard line. Looks like the freshman Hamilton, he dances ahead to the 20. Then there's a big crowd pushing him back, and they'll stop his forward progress at the 21.
That might be a record for flag throw right there. That ref threw that flag from the 40, and it landed about on the it landed about on the 15. I don't know why he threw it so far. I mean, I know they throw it where the penalty was, but that was a launch.
Well, you know the Atlanta Falcons signed Josh Rosen this week, but if they didn't, that ref might have got a call.
He might be ready.
He's speaking with the Paulding County sideline. Hasn't officially made the call of it's going to be a block in the back against Hiram. So that's going to move it back halfway towards the goal. So I would imagine since it was called dead around the 21-22, we're looking at around the 11.
Yep, looks like it. Good call there, partner.
Actually, is that inside the 10? They've got it resting at about the 8-yard line.
They sure do. You're right. You're right.
It's at the 9-yard line, so I guess it's a spot foul, which makes more sense.
And 5 from there, or half the distance, I mean. I got trips on this side. Be curious to see. They hadn't had a lot of success throwing, Logan.
They haven't, and they're going to go back to the run game. It's Desson again, and Desson's so good at getting away from first contact, but when you got J. Rod Abrams coming up, you might as well just lay down.
Yeah, I mean, this great pursuit. I mean, that was one of the things that Paulding County is doing so well right now is, he's bouncing off the first tackler, but the pursuit is able to be there to really make sure they're catching him. But, Desson's having a rough go tonight so far.
Trayvon Shepard-Johnson, he's the quarterback, had a lot of passing yards last week, just 10 so far. They'll go back to the ground. It's Desson to the left side, and he is ripped down from behind.
Yeah, that was Braden Scott. He was running the stunt from his linebacker. That inside linebacker position came untouched. Because the stunt was on the left side of the line, he had a hard time getting back to that right side, but able to track him down, and I don't know if they gained any yards or not, Logan.
Yeah, Scott and Van Dyke, a great linebacker duo for Paulding County.
And you throw Automax in there when he's it's a tough. It's pretty stout.
3rd down and 8 here for Hiram inside their own 10. It's just a shovel pass for Desson, and he's got a lot of room. He's up to the 40. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. Tyler Smith will slow him down and bring him down, but not before a huge first down for Hiram.
A first down, and it's a huge one. They got a first down earlier, but that was off of a penalty. But, yeah, what a great run by Desson. Really just a draw play, it looked like. And they hadn't have anybody. I mean, they tried to trip him up, but, man, I could easily see where he gained his runs. He's gained his yardage last week. That was a phenomenal run.
So Desson, 3 straight plays. You give it to him, he gets 1 yard. You give it to him, he gets 1 yard. You give it to him, he gets 49 yards. Adonis Desson, we're seeing why he racked up so many of those things last week. 2 receivers to either side, but bunched in here for Hiram. 2 guys in the backfield, and stoppage of play before the play really even gets started. It's going to be moving back. It's a false start against the Hornet offense. And that'll move them back near midfield.
I tell you, they're hurting themselves right now, offensively and defensively.
Closer to midfield, that is. They're at the Paulding County 46 now. 1st down and 15. Need to get it to the 31 for a first down.
And I think, is that Williams in at running back now? I think, or do they bring back I can't tell if they brought Desson back in or not.
We'll check and see. It's going to be a handoff anyway to Johnson, Zaire Johnson. He goes to the right side, now back to the left, and J-Rod Abrams, how are you doing? Wraps him down, brings him down hard. A gain of just 2 yards on the shovel pass.
Yeah, Desson's back in now. Yeah, it's obvious that they're wanting to establish that running game, and it's obviously kind of what's made. They're struggling throwing the ball right now, and that's what kind of carried them last week. And you can tell that's something that they're wanting to establish coming out of this weather delay.
Well, it's a Hornets team that went down to the wire with South Paulding. We'll see if they can battle back. It's a passing play here. Shepard Johnson rolls out to his left. He'll just have to throw it downfield, and it's
smart.
It's a lame duck. It lands on the turf, but a flag is down.
Flag.
Got to imagine that's going to be against Hiram.
Smart play, though. Didn't try to force anything, just try to throw it out of bounds. Now, granted, I'm wishing he threw it a little bit further out of bounds, but just to throw it away instead of trying to force something.
That one a hold against the Hornets. Ball was at the 44-yard line. Now it's going to be on their own 46. That makes it go from second down and long to second down and rock
really
mark.
long.
Yeah.
And they've got about, 23 yards, 24 yards?
Second down and 23 is what we'll call it. Trips to the left, one to the right. The deep back is Desson. Play action. Now a screen pass back to Desson, but it's read perfectly by Paulding County. He still slips a tackle. He is alive. He gets up close to midfield. Wow. All that for a gain of 3 yards, but what effort.
That was one of the best 3-yard gains that I've seen in a while. He was hit hard as he was catching the ball and was just somehow, after he caught the ball, and was able to bounce off of it and get some positive yards.
You're finally starting to see some hands on the hips for the Patriot defense, something that obviously so early in the game we haven't seen yet. Maybe it's a chance for Hiram here on this third down and long to test these corners to see if they can stay stride for stride with the receivers.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see. They've got 3 on that far side.
One to the right, pistol formation. Shepard Johnson gets a snap, backs up, free rusher, he'll fall to the turf, and that's a smart move. The left tackle beating himself up, missed an assignment there. Loss of about 5 yards after Shepard Johnson has to hit the turf, and now it's a punting situation.
Okay, great job again by defense. They just ran a little cross stunt right there. Linebackers crossed going into the opposite gaps and was able to get through. Slow getting there. They had trouble with their special teams last week.
Now a punt here for Hiram. They'll come near side and kick it downfield. It'll be fair caught inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. A nice catch by Francois Chardavon. Also a nice punt, some good punts so far for Hiram. Their punter is the senior Dalton Moyse.
I tell you, that the rugby style kick had gained some popularity, and then you kind of saw it fade away a little bit. But in both these games that we've done so far, both opponents of Paulding County have had rugby style kickers.
3:24 to play in the first half. Paulding County leads Hiram 10-0. And the Patriots looking for more. We'll see what the 3.5-minute drill does for them. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Odubemi is the H-back in the backfield, and behind the quarterback is Micah Kelly. Malden in the pistol. He'll hand off to Kelly. No, he keeps it. Malden has it and loses his footing and falls down and actually loses a couple of yards there.
Yeah, I think that was just going to be a quarterback keep. He was just going to fake it and see if he could see if that defensive end on this side would go with the fake, and he didn't. And he had to try to cut back. And again, we talked about the field being real slippery.
Second down and 12 now. 2 receivers to either side for the Patriot offense. Malden will throw. Looks downfield. He's got a man wide open. Wow. It's caught by Chardavon at the 50, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. 20, 10-5, touchdown, Paulding County. Wow. And just like that, the Patriots have extended it to a 16-point lead.
That was beautiful.
86-yard touchdown pass from Malden to Chardavon.
Wow.
Has busted this game wide open.
That was one of the prettiest passes I've seen in a long.
And they are moving it back. An
my
illegal
goodness.
formation against Paulding County wipes the score off the board.
Wow.
Illegal formation, illegal motion, one or the other.
Coach Spence is going berserk. I can't say that I blame him. Wow. It felt like a late call too, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they already had the kicker out
wow.
there. They had the holder set, so.
Wow.
Unfortunate for Paulding County. And, you know, maybe one official threw it and the rest of the officials were already setting up. Maybe that's what it was.
But wow.
A long way to go now. Ball on their own 9-yard line.
Wow.
So the score 10-0 Paulding County. 2:39 to play in the first quarter, or in the first half.
You know, that's one thing we talked about them. That was a great play fake, because I'll be honest, there for a while I thought he did hand it off. And just a really well thrown ball and a well run route by Chardavon. I hate to see that one called back just due to the fact that it was such a pretty play.
It was a 35-yard throw. Yeah, on a rope.
That's what I was about to say. It was a
perfect.
perfect throw. Wow.
So now Paulding County will try to replicate that. 2 receivers to either side. Malden in the pistol. Looks to his right. He's got Chardavon, but not able to make the catch. That time Chardavon and Khalil Jones came near each other and pretty much collided.
That's pretty tough. You just have an 86-yard pass where he had to run, and then you're going to turn right back around and try to throw a wide receiver screen to him. That shows some confidence in him.
Same formation here with 2 to each side. We'll see if they throw out of this once again. Instead, they're going to have 3 to the right as Odabemi is the slot man. All by his lonesome on the left is Okoye. Malden receives the snap, looks to his right, escapes the pressure, has a man behind him, throws on the run, and it's dropped. It would have been a great catch, but on 3rd and a mile, it wouldn't have been enough, and now it's 4th down.
What a huge penalty that was, turn of events. Because that puts them in, they're going to be, Walters, I believe, is going to be punting close to the end zone, if not in the end zone.
He is going to walk inside the end zone, standing pretty much halfway up the E in Hornets. Meanwhile, the return man is.
Am I right, Logan?
Yeah.
Is this his first punt?
Believe it is.
Ooh,
he's had a few kicks, but first punt. And well inside his own end zone. The return man is number 3, Alvin Dixon, the 3rd. High snap, Walters gets it. And a high booming punt is sent into the night here in Paulding County.
Oh, my goodness.
Caught by Dixon and slipped between 2 defenders.
I think he faked it. I think they thought he was going to fair catch it, but he didn't. He didn't even give any signal at all.
And for the first time tonight, getting a little bit of scrappiness after the play as both teams were kind of jawing. The officials had to step in. Dixon brought down at the 36 of Paulding County, so the best starting field position and the best field position so far for Hiram. And the Hornets jog back out there with a different outlook on life with 2:18 to play in the first half and great field position. 10-0 Paulding County on top, but the Hornets trying to get on the board. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Trayvon Shepard Johnson trying to get his first big pass of the night. Looks to his left, sends one over the head of Liam Jeffries, almost intercepted, then almost caught by Zaire Johnson, but it's dropped.
That could have easily been an interception or a reception, to be honest with you. It went right through the hands of the defender and then right through the hands of the receiver. So it ended up being an incomplete pass. That was a dangerous throw, though, just to be honest. And right now they might be glad it was just an incomplete pass.
2 receivers to either side. The deep back is Desson. Shepard Johnson looking to his right, nothing open. He tries to scramble and stumbles, falls down and loses 3 yards.
That was a nice play right here by the cornerback on this side. That's Tyler Smith. He did a really good job. It was going to be a wide receiver screen, the outside receiver was dropping back. Inside receiver was going to come for the block, but he was able to slip past him and was right there. And quarterback couldn't even make the throw. Shepard Johnson didn't even make the throw, tried to run it and slipped in the turf.
Trips left, one receiver to the right. Johnson standing at the 45 of Paulding County. He'll look up. He's got a man open on the right side, battling for position, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's incomplete, and that makes it 4th down and 15.
I tell you, I've been very impressed with Tyler Smith and his coverage ability. He's one had the interception in the first quarter, and has any ball they've thrown deep, he has been right on the hip. He does a great job getting that inside position and forcing them to throw the ball to the outside.
That one was intended for Tyree Cook, and the sophomore was open for a split second. Then Tyler Smith recovered. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 14, ball at the Paulding County 40-yard line. They need to get it up to the 26 for a first down, and timeout will be called on the field. We'll take it with them. Minute 34 to play in the first half. Paulding County 10 and Hiram nothing. You're listening to Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
And we are back here on the Mountain Coast Network. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you. 4th down and 14 here for Hiram. Minute 34 to go in the first half. 10-0 Paulding County with the lead. Shepard Johnson with the ball. Steps up in the pocket, steps back, falls down, and that's a sack. And Paulding County will have it at the 45-yard line. So he rushed forward to get away from the first man, tried to jump backwards to get away from the second defensive lineman, and in doing so, slipped on the turf and fell down.
We've seen that several times here this since the really, really massive amount of rain that they had during that delay. We've seen several of them slip and fall, but that was just great pursuit, great rush by the Paulding County defense.
And I want to mention something while we have a minute of downtime. Paulding County's band has been thumping tonight.
Yeah, they have.
They're on the other side of the field. You can hear them perfectly, clear as day. 2 receivers to either side for the Patriots. Malden in the pistol, steps back, fires one ahead. It's Odabimi at the 40. Spins away from a defender, and he goes down at the 37-yard line. That's another nice pass, but a flag is down in the backfield.
Wow.
And they're going to move it back.
Well, maybe not.
They pick up the flag now. The official checking with the Hiram coaching staff. Now going over to speak with head coach Van Spence of the Patriots. Remember, if you want to come back.
I think it might be against Hiram because chop block. They're declining, taking the play.
So an 18-yard pass there from Malden to Odabimi. A nice catch from Odabimi. That time, the receiver ran an in route. Odabimi with a corner route and got open behind the linebacker. Trips to the right, one to the left. The deep back is Micah Kelly. They bring Odabimi in motion to the left side. He'll run a wheel route. They'll throw it to him. He doesn't go too far upfield. He'll get about 3 or 4 yards, enough to move it ahead. And we'll see where they'll say he went out.
Okay, this is a lot of what they did on their that first game they played against North Hall. A lot of short passes, just safe passes, and then when the time was right, they beat them deep. So I'm curious if they're going back to that right now. I know we got less than a minute left, so they're trying to get in the end zone.
Malden steps up, hit as he throws, and it hits the turf. Almost another interception for Watley. He came up that time, looked like he was intending it for David Okoye, but it was well off target as the senior quarterback was rocked from behind. I don't know who was
he let go, man, he got hit hard. I believe it was number 27. Let's see, that is Jamarian Williams.
And indeed it was. Timeout called on the field. 36 seconds to go in the first half. 10-0. Paulding County leads it. And they face a 3rd down and 6. Need to get the ball up to the 29-yard line of Hiram. If you missed it, if you're wondering why is the Paulding County game still going on? Well, we're in the first half because of a lightning delay. The great weather that we have here in the Peach State allowed us to have a lightning delay until 9:30. We were able to resume play in the first quarter. On the first play back, a 15-yard touchdown run by Micah Kelly made it 7-0 Patriots after the extra point by Clay Walters. A good drive by the Patriots on their previous drive. Added a field goal, made it 10-0. Another nice kick by Walters. They had an 86-yard touchdown pass just a minute ago that was brought back because of an illegal procedure. Now Paulding County driving again, and they got it well into Hiram territory, and ball resting at the 34 right now as the Patriots head back out onto the field. I think first and foremost, so much of a better effort now from the Patriots.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. And I'm curious to see if they're going to keep trying to just get deep outs and try to get out of bounds, at least try to get into field goal range.
Odubemi in motion. They'll hand it off to Kelly. Fooled the defense for just a moment, but Kelly will get about a yard or two, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's almost like a play that you would run to try to get the ball in the middle of the field to give your field goal kicker the best angle for a field goal, but that's a long field goal even for Walters, who's pretty accurate. But I'm curious to see what to do now with 4th down.
Well, Clay Walters
using his last time out.
You look at Clay Walters, the senior kicker for Paulding County, and you see this is a 49-yard attempt ball at the 32. But then you look at Walters and Coles, who rates all the kickers and special teams players across the country. They think that he's a 4.5 star. So they think he's one of the better kickers in the state of Georgia,
which
is
interesting.
Nation.
You wouldn't look at him and think he would be. I mean, they've got him listed anyway at 5'10", which I think is a gift. They got him at 5'10", 170, but he can kick it.
Well, after we just built him up, he's going to stay on the sideline. The offense is going to come back out. It's going to be
sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah.
4th down and 4. Trips to the right, 2 to the left.
And this could be, I mean, all they got to get is 1st down. They've still got 28 seconds, so it's not like they have to go to the end zone here.
Malden fakes the snap count. Hiram does not bite this time.
I was going to say, he might draw them off. He's been doing it all night.
14 on the play clock. 4th down and 4, 28 seconds to play in the first half. 10-0, Paulding County leads it. Malden looks to his right. Coming open, it's Khalil Jones up to the 23. That's a 1st down for Paulding County.
So poised. That was like a 2-step drop and just stood and hit his man.
They'll spike it there on 1st down and 10 with 15.9 seconds to play. And now Paulding County with the chance to call another play. No timeouts left for the Patriots.
Malden, Coach Spence and Malden have done such a good job with this. They have made the most out of what started out at what was 38 seconds, I think, and they're utilizing the play clock really, really well.
Now 3 to the left, 2 to the right, 5 wide here for Malden. Pressure forces him out of the pocket, scrambles to the right. He'll keep it himself and gain what he can. He gets about 5 or 6 yards to make it 3rd down and manageable. There's still 8 seconds left to play, and more importantly, gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
Absolutely, great job there. Held it to where they couldn't necessarily rush him, especially as he was rolling out that way. Had to kind of freeze those linebackers just enough to be able to get past them, then finally tucked it and got out of bounds.
They'll say it was a gain of 7. He got all the way up to the 15. Malden, a player that we haven't seen scramble much, but he's got that ability.
They've got one-on-one situation out here with McCoy. I'm curious to see how they want to utilize that.
Best on best, McCoy and Watley. We'll see if they go that way. 8 seconds left. He'll scramble to his right. Malden has it. He'll throw it on the run. It's out of bounds. 2.4 seconds left now. Still possession for the Patriots, though, but that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Walters was carrying the ball. He was wanting to kick. He made sure he carried it all the way to the referee, handed it to him. Didn't want that thing to get wet.
You love to see it. First field goal attempt of the season was good earlier in this game, earlier just a few minutes ago in this quarter on the last drive for Paulding County. This one a little bit further. Ball at the 15, so it's a 32-yard field goal attempt, and timeout called by Hiram. Might as well use them. You can't save them.
Absolutely.
They are going to try to ice the kicker here with 2.4 seconds left in the half. 10-0 Paulding County leading Hiram on a late night, a wet night in Paulding County, Georgia. Looking at the stats so far, 246 total yards for Paulding County, just 66 for Hiram. And a super balanced attack for the Patriots. 131 on the ground, 115 through the air. And they had, what, about 20 or 30 maybe rushing yards last game?
Oh, yeah.
I think that of any of the teams outside of this stadium that are most happy looking at this score, North Hall is really happy, and South Paulding is not happy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hiram coming off of a 1-point loss to South Paulding. Paulding County coming off of a 9-point defeat at the hands of North Hall a week ago. Clay Walters, the senior kicker, jogs back out there. 2 seconds left in the half and trying to make it a 13-point game. 32-yard field goal attempt for Walters. Malden is the holder. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up. It's got the distance, and it is good. Walters nails the 32-yard field goal, and he gets hugged by the big offensive lineman, and that will finally take us to halftime. Your score, Paulding County 13, Hiram nothing. After a very long and extended lightning delay, the Hornets and the Patriots come back out here. The Patriots strike first with a 15-yard touchdown run by Micah Kelly, then back-to-back field goals on consecutive possessions by Clay Walters make it a 13-point game at the break. We're going to try to catch our breath. It's been a long night, a hot night, and we're going to hear from our sponsors here on the Mountain Coast Network. We'll be back after this word from people like Georgia Highlands College, McDonald's, and Georgia Power. Your score at the break, Paulding County 13, Hiram nothing.
Has got you covered. With more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you can take classes the way you want, from virtually anywhere. That means at GHC, it's the right time, the right place, at the right price. Did you know GHC has one of the lowest tuition rates in the country? That's right. You don't have to pay more for the same classes you would take at other colleges. Get your 2-year or 4-year degree right here at home. Now's your chance to take charge at Georgia Highlands College. Visit us today at highlands.edu to learn how you can take classes virtually anywhere and land a career in one of many rapidly growing fields. Again, that's highlands.edu. Highlands.edu.
When in Rome, be sure to stop by your Martha Berry Highway or East Rome McDonald's after the game. They're open 24 hours in the lobby and drive-thru to serve you. And remember, they serve fresh, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and $1.29 any size coffee, hot or iced, along with $1 any size soft drinks and sweet tea. Download the McDonald's app for great deals and earn loyalty and rewards points for every purchase toward free food. Your Martha Berry and East Rome McDonald's are proud supporters of Northwest Georgia's students and athletes.
En Georgia Power, todo lo que hacemos es por nuestros clientes. Estamos invirtiendo en tecnología para aumentar la resiliencia de nuestra red, expandiendo nuestra infraestructura para reducir cortes y tiempo en reparaciones, y suministrando una mezcla de energía limpia, incluyendo solar y nuclear. Nos esforzamos en mantener los costos 15% bajo el promedio nacional, con el mejor servicio al cliente. Con energía confiable, el futuro está en tus manos. Conoce más en georgiapower.com/reliability.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
At Logical Systems, we take the time to ensure your network is tailored to perform at the highest capacity. Whether upgrading your structured cabling or implementing new technology, Logical Systems helps your organization stay on the cutting edge of an ever-evolving market. Give Logical Systems a call today at 706-234-9896 for your network solutions.
At First Bank Mortgage, we help others get to a better place. Your better place might be a yard for your kids or a bigger home for your growing family. Maybe it's just to refinance your current mortgage. Whatever your better place is, First Bank Mortgage will help you get there. Call 706-232-9458. Voted Best Mortgage Lender 2 years in a row. First Bank Mortgage, 338 West 3rd Street, Rome. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 472433. First Bank Mortgage, helping you get to your better place.
Welcome back to Hiram High School. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine with you on the Mountain Coast Network. Paulding County Patriots football brought to you by Georgia Highlands College. 13-0, the Patriots lead it here at the midway point after a very nice effort after that lightning delay. Steve, what are your thoughts about Paulding County right now?
Well, I'll tell you, I feel like they're doing a lot more positive things than they are negative things right now. The score, I know they would like to have at least – well, probably 3 more scores now, considering that 86-yard pass play that was called back. It could have easily been that way, but they're doing a lot of good things. Ran the ball exceptionally well leading up to the weather delay, even coming out of it. But then the last possession was basically, and I know the clock was running down, but still just really the last 2 possessions were mostly about throwing. And, I think Hiram had a really good game plan coming in. They were making sure they were going to stop the passing attack of the Patriots, and I guess had done that to some degree. However, in the process of forcing the Patriots to run the ball, they ran the ball extremely well, which again came back and allowed them to open up the passing game coming out of that weather delay. And so, man, right now you couldn't ask for a whole lot more. I know Coach Spence feels the same way, except for the fact of those scores. They'd love to be up a little bit more, at least have the opportunity for at least 2 touchdowns, possibly more. But you're going in there and you're holding Hiram to no points. You've got a great chance of winning the game when you keep them from scoring, and that's what they're doing right now.
No doubt. Well, you look at the stats, and it's been a tale of two teams right now, and it's no surprise that Paulding County is shutting out Hiram when you consider that Hiram has just 66 total yards.
Right.
If you're the Hornets, if you're looking at it from Hiram's perspective, Steve, what have you got to do to turn this around in the second half?
I think right now what I've noticed is it seems like they're really they need to run. Their pass plays are all kind of seeming to come needing 10 yards, 20 yards, and if they need to come out and if they're wanting to establish the run, they're going to have to throw a little bit too. Running game is okay. It's not great. It's okay, but they need to make some quick outs. They need to throw some quick slants. They need to throw to give that offense a chance to kind of get into some type of a groove. And because right now they're struggling throwing the ball, and they didn't do that last week, but they're definitely doing it this week. Shepard Johnson's having a rough time. He's telegraphing a lot of where he's throwing. Great coverage from the cornerbacks, especially Smith from Paulding County, but they need to do a lot more. They're running some bubble screens, but it's taking too long to get rid of the ball and for the whole play to unfold. They need to run some real quick hits, safe throws, a lot of slants, some quick outs, let him get rid of that ball so the pressure can't get on him, and get him some confidence as well, and then continue to just mix in those runs to Destin when they can. But they've got to, also hats off Paulding County's defense. Such a great job of making sure they're stopping Destin, because he went off last week. And so, I believe that's kind of where they are, and that's one of the things that they're going to try to keep going and keep doing. But again, like I said, hats off to Umbra Brown, the head defensive coordinator, who's done a great job of getting the Patriots where they needed to be defensively for this game.
Well, you look at this game here at halftime, Paulding County 13, Hiram nothing. This has had the makings of a classic coming in. Right now, it's looking like it's either going to be a tight game at the end, or Paulding County's going to run away with it. Steve, what are your thoughts moving forward for Paulding County? What have they got to do to win? The passing lanes have been open, but they've been running like crazy.
I just think going into the second half, you've got to kind of go back to that run. You want to eat that clock. You want to mix in your passes when you can, but you want to make them safe, because the number one thing right now is you have to take care of the ball. You've got to stay physical, which is always a challenge. You got to stay physical, stay in, stay focused, but keep them to where they're taking care of the football and eating up that clock. It's and then if you have a big shot, you take it, but you don't have to take it. You want to eat that clock up, spend a lot of that time, and they have that offense to do that. They got big Micah Kelly can pound inside. J.J. Kelly can hit quick little bursts from the outside, and then they can come back to hit one of those three wide receivers that they have that are top level. So they've got the tools to do it. Right now, the thing that's hurt them is themselves. They've had big penalty. They had 86-yard pass play for a touchdown that was called back for a penalty. They've had interception. They've had fumble. They've got to make sure that they're not hurting themselves.
We're at halftime. We're going to step aside and hear from our sponsors, and we'll come back a little bit closer to the start of the second half. Paulding County 13, Hiram nothing. Patriots football brought to you by Georgia Highlands College, right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
If another crisis happens, will your job be secure? Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers programs of study in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Visit us on the web at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential.
It doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior or a star under the local lights. Sometimes it's just not that easy to bounce up and walk it off. That's why Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab is here to keep you healthy on and off the field. Our licensed and certified therapists and trainers provide quality health care designed to get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. And our urgent care offices are conveniently located where you work and play. Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab offers the experience and technology needed to get you back in the game. Find out more at floyd.org.
Georgia Highlands College has got you covered. With more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you can take classes the way you want, from virtually anywhere. That means at GHC, it's the right time, the right place, at the right price. Did you know GHC has one of the lowest tuition rates in the country? That's right. You don't have to pay more for the same classes you would take at other colleges. Get your 2-year or 4-year degree right here at home. Now's your chance to take charge at Georgia Highlands College. Visit us today at highlands.edu to learn how you can take classes virtually anywhere and land a career in one of many rapidly growing fields. Again, that's highlands.edu. Highlands.edu.
A veces nos olvidamos lo fácil que es ahorrar energía en casa. Por eso Georgia Power te recuerda lo sencillo que es hacer un giro para cambiar las bombillas LED. O tan fácil como levantar un mueble para desbloquear las salidas de aire. Podría ser el interruptor que apaga las luces de un cuarto vacío. En cualquier caso, estos pequeños cambios pueden marcar una gran diferencia. Visita georgiapower.com para obtener consejos y programas que te ayudarán a ahorrar energía y dinero.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
At Logical Systems, we take the time to ensure your network is tailored to perform at the highest capacity. Whether upgrading your structured cabling or implementing new technology, Logical Systems helps your organization stay on the cutting edge of an ever-evolving market. Give Logical Systems a call today at 706-234-9896 for your network solutions.
At First Bank Mortgage, we help others get to a better place. Your better place might be a yard for your kids or a bigger home for your growing family. Maybe it's just to refinance your current mortgage. Whatever your better place is, First Bank Mortgage will help you get there. Call 706-232-9458. Voted Best Mortgage Lender 2 years in a row. First Bank Mortgage, 338 West 3rd Street, Rome. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 472433. First Bank Mortgage, helping you get to your better place.
When in Rome, be sure to stop by your Martha Berry Highway or East Rome McDonald's after the game. They're open 24 hours in the lobby and drive-thru to serve you. And remember, they serve fresh, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and $1.29 any size coffee, hot or iced, along with $1 any size soft drinks and sweet tea. Download the McDonald's app for great deals and earn loyalty and rewards points for every purchase toward free food. Your Martha Berry and East Rome McDonald's are proud supporters of Northwest Georgia's students and athletes.
Welcome back to the Mountain Coast Network. Logan Maddox with you, Steve Turrentine as well. Paulding County Patriots football. The Patriots on top 13-0 over hometown Hiram here on the other side of the county. Only about a 10-minute drive away from Paulding County High School. A very heated rivalry and a very entertaining first half. Looking at the stats from the first half, 115 passing yards for Braden Malden. Had a touchdown called back. It was an 86-yard score that would have him over 200 in the first half. But the story of the first half for Paulding County really has been the running game. 86 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown from Micah Kelly, and J.J. Kelly with 40 yards on 6 carries as well. Braden Malden also with a couple of nice carries there late in the first half. Receiving-wise, it's been Franzier Chardamont. He had a bit of a quiet game last week, did have that touchdown tonight. 4 catches, 66 yards. All of those were before the lightning delay that we had. And he was the receiver on that 86-yard touchdown pass that was called back. They tried to target him a couple more times late in the first half, but it just looked like he was out of juice. He was maybe a little bit tired, so we'll see if halftime allowed him some time to catch his breath, to adjust a little bit and get ready for the second half. The good news, everybody, is that while it's still hot out here, it's 72, but it certainly doesn't feel 72 out here. 98% humidity right now. There's not any storms that we can tell coming our way, so we should be good to go ahead and finish this game and, get ready to see who comes out on top, as the second half only a couple of minutes away. Hiram, on the other hand, had a great offensive attack last week against a very tough Spartan defense for South Paulding, but man, they've struggled mightily tonight. Only a couple of completed passes for the quarterback, Trayvon Shepard-Johnson. The running game, aside from Adonis Desson, has struggled.
Yeah.
It's been Desson.
Yeah,
Desson.
You're right.
So if you're Hiram, you've really got to turn it around quickly, and their coach, Fomanaya, is talking to them right now, trying to get them into the game, because you've still got a chance. Paulding County is going to get the ball here at halftime, but you can stop them, score, and come right back in this game.
And they have the ability to do that. We saw that with a couple of runs right off the bat, that Desson had an opportunity to break it without just some really good one-on-one tackling, and he could have broke it then. So, yeah, they definitely have the offense to do it. Defensively, Paulding County has to stay focused. They're doing a great job staying focused on their game plan, staying focused on where they're supposed to be, playing their spots, doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and then they're game tackling, and that's the main thing that they're doing right now. That they've got to stop. They got to just have to keep doing that.
A lot of games that went unbothered tonight have just finished up. We got some final scores for you. Bowden took down Bremen in a big rivalry game, 32-28. Cartersville defeats 7A West Forsyth 38-31. A big win for the Canes just a little ways north of here. Looking around for some other scores, Haralson County upset by Manchester 18-15. And Adairsville and Cass has been in a back and forth battle. If you want to listen into that game, make sure to tune in to our Mountain Coast Network brother. That's Larry Gardner with the Adairsville Tiger Network, taking on Cass tonight, a big inter-county rivalry for them as well. In this one, Paulding County up 13-0 at the midway point. The Patriots on their sideline, the Hornets leaving their sideline, heading out onto the field, getting ready to kick it away for the first time tonight. Handling their kicking duties is the same guy as their punter. That's Dalton Moyes. Actually, no, that's Oliver Castaneda, the sophomore. So Moyes, it appears that he's their place kicker and their punter, but Castaneda is their kickoffs guy. And first chance for a big impact kick return for Paulding County. We'll see what the Patriots can do with it. Back deep to receive, you got number 24 for Paulding County. That is Daniel O'Neill, the sophomore. He's the deep man, got a few other guys around him. Also back there is Khalil Jones. Castaneda is set. 13-0 after one half of play, just about set to get half number 2 underway.
That is a small kicking team.
It is.
A lot of the skill guys there, it looks like.
Nice kick by Castaneda. It's going to be fielded by Jones at the 5. He comes back near side, gets around the defender. He has a lane. He's at the 25.
Fumbled.
Knocked down at the 28. Ball came out late. Who recovered?
Well, I'm not sure if they're calling it down, but I don't think they are, but they hadn't given any indication.
It looks like Paulding County has it.
It does.
So they'll have it on their own 28-yard line, but Khalil Jones, what a return.
Yeah, it sure was.
23 yards on the pickup, and he started near side. A man behind him dove, and that gave him the freedom to cut upfield immediately and found a lane, and if he breaks one arm tackle, he's off to the races. Instead, the Patriots will have to drive a ways here. 72 yards away from a score, but they've driven before tonight. Malden will hand it off to Micah Kelly, up right side. The halfback stretch working like a charm, like it has all night. Gain of 9.5 yards. They'll say second down and short.
Right off the right tackle and just clear lane. Did a good job of staying in bounds, a good job of finding that lane and just running north and south.
Ball at the Paulding County 38-yard line now. Gain of about 10 yards. Malden hands it off to Kelly again. He's hitting the backfield and drops for a loss. That'll lose about 1.5 yards. Kelly, the junior, he's made some guys miss tonight, but when they're hitting you right when you get the ball, not much you can do.
Yeah, just a really nice play by Jalen Priester right there. Just did a great job. That senior offensive lineman stood up his blocker and was able to push him off right as running back was coming through the hole.
And Priester, a team captain for this Hornets team. Heavy set look. You got 4 guys in the backfield here. 3 guys in the backfield. Under center is Malden. They're going to run a handoff. It's to Kelly to the right side, and he is wrapped down, but he gets the first down. Gain of 7 yards for Micah Kelly. He has been as sure as ever tonight, and he gets another first down.
Yeah, they've kind of switched a little bit. They were running Micah Kelly more between tackles. His last couple of plays have run off tackle, and but have gained good yardage. That one to gives them a first down.
Ball now resting at the Paulding County 45-yard line.
It looks like J.J. Kelly's back in.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Jeffries the H-back and J.J. Kelly the running back. J.J. gets the handoff coming near side. Cannot outrun the perimeter defense by Hiram. Great pressure there. And who else? It's Jamarian Watley.
Who's done everything. He's on kickoff return, defense. I'm glad they do give him a little break on offense.
Gain of a yard there from J.J. Kelly. Sophomore on sophomore attack there, and Paulding County ends up just a yard downfield, now 2nd down and 9. Great offensive line play tonight for Paulding County all around. Two to the right, one to the left. J.J. Kelly in the backfield, a tight end on the right. They hand it back to J.J. Kelly, now a stretch on the left side. He's past midfield up to the 49, gains 5 yards. And that will make it 3rd down and manageable.
This is what we talked about coming out of halftime. They want to run the ball. They want to just keep that clock moving. And 3rd down and 4s, 3rd down and 5s are not bad, but you just got to get those first downs. But even if you don't, they've already, the clock right now is at 9:05, and so they're doing what they want to do. Just keep that clock moving.
3rd down and 4. Paulding County trying to get another first down and trying to continue to drive down the field. The Patriots lead at 13-0, under 9 to play in the 3rd quarter. Malden claps, receives the snap, looks to his right, fires ahead to Khalil Jones. Did he make the catch? He did, and that is another first down.
Beautiful throw. That's really where he had to throw it, and he did. The receiver did exactly what he needed to do. Went down, made sure he had made the catch, and made that sliding catch, and just a great throw. Got that first down, and just like we talked about, just keep the chains moving, and clock will be started here in just a second.
David Okoye has been double teamed all night. They've yet to throw his way, and they won't this time. It's a screen pass to Chardavon, and he makes the catch. Probably should have dropped it. He loses a yard in the process, and they will say it was an incomplete pass. Off balance when he was throwing was Malden. It was a screen where
that was just kind of ugly from the beginning. It was rolled. It's supposed to be just a couple of steps to the right, like a rollout, and then throw back to like a wide receiver screen, and it just didn't develop real quickly.
8:21 to go in quarter number 3. 13-0. Paulding County on top here on the road, trying to get win number 1 this year. One receiver to either side, got an H-back, a tight end, and a running back. They'll give it to J.J. Kelly, the sophomore, up right edge. A big burst of speed and a 10-yard carry. First down, Paulding County.
Just textbook right now, just exactly what they needed, what they need to do. Chains moving, clock running.
The Patriot offense that struggled to get any nice gains in the ground last week, now up to 164 rushing yards against a pretty good Hiram defense.
We can't really say enough about sophomore coming in. J.J. Kelly just coming in like it's just another day at the office.
Yeah, Dylan Taylor, the normal starter at running back, the senior, got hurt last week, unable to play tonight. J.J. Kelly and Micah Kelly have definitely stepped up. Again, a stretch to J.J. Right side, flag flies. He goes out of bounds after a gain of 9. And blocking downfield, a big collision. The officials break up a couple of players, but no flag thrown there. Instead, it looks like it's thrown in the offensive backfield, and that should move it up back a bit. And indeed, it's a hold against Paulding County. So the Patriots will walk backwards a little ways. It'll be first down and long. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Paulding County leading Hiram 13-0. And play whistled back in. One receiver to either side, a tight end to the left, an H-back to the left. And the deep back is Micah Kelly. In the pistol, it's Braden Malden, the senior quarterback. Malden, he'll pass. He looks to the left. It's David Okoye with a step. He catches it at the 10. It's tipped up.
Yeah, it was
almost caught. Good coverage there from Watley, but a flag flies.
Yeah, that could have gone either way, but I think he definitely made some contact right as the ball was getting there. It was just a hair underthrown because he had steps on him, and that hair being underthrown gave gave Watley an opportunity to catch up to him, but he did make contact just right before the ball got there, so probably a good call.
And Okoye, a burner. All the speed in the world.
Yeah.
He's got soft hands, and I thought he made the catch initially.
I did too.
But then you see the ball fly up, and it's apparent that Watley obstructed his ability to make that catch. It's 1st down and 10 for the Patriots here. Okoye outside again to the left. I believe that's Khalil Jones on the other side. They'll roll to the right. Malden on the run, passes to a tight end. He's got it inside the 10, and it's 1st down and goal.
This is such a phenomenal game plan right here coming out of halftime. I mean, they are just eating up the clock, mostly running, but throwing when they have to. When the throws are being thrown, they are right on the money. The little fade route that got the penalty called, and then that throw right there, just a short throw. Uh-oh.
That time, Franzier Vaughn was out wide.
I mean, there wasn't no doubt about that one, was it?
It was a hut, and he went on hut.
Yeah, definitely.
So
the only one moving.
So that'll move him back outside of the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal at the 14. By the way, that last catch was by Gavin White, the tight end, the guy that we noticed in pregame and said he's got some nice size.
Yeah, and he showed it right there because he kind of just basically blocked out the defender and did a really good job of getting that position, that inside position, and really made a pretty good run after the catch.
Again, another heavy-set look from the Patriot offense. That's what we've seen since the Lightning delay because the running game has been on fuego. They give it back to Micah Kelly. Up the middle, he's at the 10. Wrapped down, he gets up to maybe the 7-yard line. Gain of about 4 for the junior.
I think you could see you can see a couple of the coaches for Hiram, they kind of threw their hands up a few minutes ago. It's like I'm not real sure what they're going to do. It's just been such a great balance of run and pass that it's really kind of stymieing them right now, I believe.
Patriots knocking on the door again. They lead it 13-0. 6:09 to play in the 3rd quarter. Malden hands it off. It's Kelly ahead to the goal line, and he's wrapped down.
Oh, man, he was running so hard and running full speed, and it seemed like he got to about the 3 or 4 yard line. He almost kind of pulled up like he was wanting to juke, and they were able to stop him before he got in the end zone.
That'll bring up 3rd down and goal, ball at the 3-yard line. It felt like he got closer than he really did.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Under center is Malden. He hands it off. I'm not even sure who got it. Fighting towards the goal line is the deep back.
Kelly again, but nowhere to go.
Yeah, down to the 1 that time. That's Kelly's 18th carry. He's up to 112 yards and a touchdown.
Well, that formation was here's what we're about to do. I mean, it was a definite run formation, and it was no doubt about it. 2 tights, full stack backfield, basically like it is right here. Unless they pull it and run a quarterback sneak or a fake the run and a quarterback waggle, it's pretty clear what they're doing.
4th down and goal, timeout called by Hiram. They want to talk it over. 5:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a short break and come back with more Paulding County Patriots football on the Mountain Coast Network. Brought to you by Georgia Highlands College.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
It doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior or a star under the local lights. Sometimes it's just not that easy to bounce up and walk it off. That's why Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab is here to keep you healthy on and off the field. Our licensed and certified therapists and trainers provide quality health care designed to get you back on your feet as quickly And our urgent care offices are conveniently located where you work.
And we're back here on the Mountain Coast Network. Logan Maddox and Steve Turrentine. 4th down and goal here for Paulding County. Quarterback sneak. Malden up the middle and into the end zone for a Paulding County touchdown. And that officially makes it a 3-score game, 19-0. Paulding County leads it in the 3rd quarter. Hear the school fight song being played again. Nothing fancy about that. A 2-yard touchdown run by Braden Malden. The senior comes through again. 2nd touchdown rushing for Paulding County so far. One was a 15-yard score by Kelly there. The quarterback sneak by Malden, and it's 19-0. Clay Walters comes out trying to make it 20-0. The senior's kick is up and through the uprights, and that officially makes it 20-0. Paulding County with a big 3-score lead here midway through the 3rd quarter.
I mean, I don't know, Logan. That was textbook, I think. I mean, I don't know if you could draw it up any better of what you wanted. I mean, even though they didn't score when they wanted to, they eventually scored, which is definitely what you want. So even though they didn't score earlier, that drug the clock out, ran more time on that clock. I mean, we're already just under 5 minutes, so they have run off about half of the time for this quarter. I mean, it's just a great job increasing the score. Now it's 20-0. That's almost putting it in panic stage for Hiram.
Clay Walters will kick it away to the Hornets. 4:59 to go in the 3rd quarter, and it's time to get things going on offense if you're Hiram. Hamilton catches it, cuts near side, then takes it up the middle. He'll get up to the 20, and that's it. Brought down by a host of Patriot defenders. The ball should be resting around the 20-yard line. Jogging back out there is the quarterback for Hiram. That's Trayvon Shepard-Johnson, the senior, and had such a good performance a week ago. And this is a night, unless he turns it around, a night that he's going to want to forget about.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, not throwing the ball well, and nothing's there for him. He's not even when if he's taking a bigger drop than about 2 steps, they're on him, forcing him out of the pocket, and just been a rough night.
Paulding County backing up in coverage a bit here. Trips to the right, one to the left, and
looked like the receiver on this side, Tyree Cook, left a little early, trying to get ahead. They were definitely playing a man on this side, and he was just trying to get a little inside advantage. Left too early.
If you didn't tune in earlier, had a super long lightning delay, about an hour and a half long. It was scoreless then. Since then, it's 20-0 Paulding County. 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Shepard-Johnson hands it off up the middle. I believe that's Desson. Desson breaks a tackle, continues to accelerate. He's done so well tonight doing that. And a flag, no flags yet, but 2 players getting locked up after the play, one from either side, and the officials separate them. Another really good run by Desson, though. He's been the heart and soul of this Hornet offense.
Like one of the Paulding County players lost his helmet in all that, had to go off the field.
If I'm not mistaken, the player whose helmet got ripped off, I think he might have jockeyed a bit with the player who ripped it off.
I believe so.
Just possibly. But no harm done as both players got off the field. 6-yard gain on 1st down and 10 for Desson. They'll go back his way here on 2nd down. And so fast and agile. A 1st down and more up to the 45-yard line. In the blink of an eye, a 20-yard gain for Adonis Desson.
Yeah, absolutely. They have. Like we talked about that. You know, Hiram has the ability to be explosive. They have the ability to make some quick hits and score it quickly. But they're in that process where they have to do that, though.
2 receivers to either side, but the play will not be started. Yeah.
He moved again. It looked like, well, I shouldn't say he, but that far side receiver, I can't tell who it is.
So 1st down and 10.
Looked like number 10 maybe.
possibly.
Frensley Daphnis. I can't tell if that's 10 or not, to be honest with you. I'm getting old.
Either way, it's first down and long. They go back Desson's way, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Brought down quick, fast, and in a hurry by big number 15, Humphrey. Chandler Humphrey with a hit.
18, sorry. I was on a quest to figure it out. Sorry about that. That was 18, not 10. Chase Tyler.
Braden Scott has played so well in his linebacker
absolutely.
position. Him, Odabimi, and Van Dyke, that is a fearsome threesome.
Yeah, you can't.
And blown dead again on second down and long. That's a false start. Second down and 15.
Well, they had two of them moving at the same time. You can't do that.
Second down and 15. Make that second down and 20. So,
and Hiram is just shooting themselves in the foot, man. They're just, I mean, they were moving the ball, great runs, and now they're putting themselves at, I mean, what is it, second and 20? I mean, they've got to, they're putting themselves in a bind here.
For a first down, they've got to get it to the Paulding County 41. The ball is currently on their own 39-yard line. Shepard Johnson in the gun. He'll pass here. No, it's a draw to Desson. It worked the first time. This time, not so much. Desson hitting the backfield for a loss of 1.
They're getting frustrated. Hiram is.
Paulding County as well.
Yeah, one of the linemen for Hiram had just sucker punched, not hit one of the Paulding County guys in the back of the head, and I think I don't know if the coach is taking him out or he's gotten sent out, but
well, he is getting escorted to the sideline by a couple of players.
They ejected him.
Yeah,
it was pretty uncalled for. I'll put it that way.
It was blatant, and that's in football. No, it's going to happen, especially in rivalry games. We saw the same thing from Paulding County last week. They hit one of the North Hall players.
And it's been a good game. It's been a little chippy, but nothing and that one, I'm not mentioning the name because it's not. I don't want to give that kid a bad rep because it was just he's played a hard game. It was just frustration and just out in the moment got carried away and made a mistake, and it's really pushed his team back though.
The ball is now on their own 24-yard line. They need to get it to Paulding County's 41 for a first down. It's third down in Haralson County here with 3:03 to play in the third quarter.
And they still can't get carried away. I mean, it's just third quarter. They can't just panic and just throw it up for grabs.
It's a screen pass to Desson. Read it perfectly. Read it like a book that time. Number 5 on the hit, Braden Scott. He's been everywhere.
He's having a hard time with his helmet, too. I think the helmet came off last time. But, yeah, what a big hit right there. He read that one extremely well and was right there. As soon as Desson caught it, was able to pull him down.
Loss of 1 yard there. Desson trying his hardest. You can tell the offense runs through him. Nothing much more he could do there. Back on to punt is Moyce here, the senior. And to return is Chardavon. He stands on his own 40. High snap to Moyce, but he corrals it, kicks it. This one, pretty long kick. Fair caught by Chardavon just past midfield at the 46.
I'll tell you, that was really a good punt. Put them on their side of the field was impressive for how far back they had been pushed due to their penalties. So about as good as an outcome you can get from that punt. And I can't imagine we're not going to see about the exact same mirror offense of offensive possession that we saw the last possession of just trying to establish that run off that clock, get this 2-minute 13 out done, move on to the fourth quarter and just keep running the ball, keeping the ball in play, getting the chains moving, and eventually pull away out of here with a win.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, H-back and a running back in the backfield. They'll give it to the junior Micah Kelly. Stiff arms a man and keeps running. Only goes in the books as a gain of 2, but those 6 feet were hard earned.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't believe it, ask Kendarius Brown because he drug him, but a great job by Brown, though, to keep hold and eventually get him on the ground.
And Brown, I think, led the team in tackles last week with 12. Yep. He's been everywhere tonight.
I can see why. He closes really, really well and didn't back off at all. He was overmatched. Big man in Micah Kelly, but he did a great job of hanging in there.
3 receivers in this formation, but an offensive lineman stepped early. I think the right tackle that time.
Yeah, this is what you can't have if you're Paulding County. When you got the lead like you can, you cannot make those kind of mistakes. Put your team, push them back in the, and you just can't have that. You've got to be able to be moving forward and keeping the chains moving.
It's now 2nd down and 12, ball on their own 44-yard line. Paulding County 20 and Hiram nothing. Minute 30 to go in this game, or in the third quarter, that is. Bringing Odabemi in motion. They'll look his way again. He's open. He catches it on the sideline and steps out of bounds. So they regained the yardage they lost, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 7.
Well, that was an interesting call. I'm not sure why they were running out right there, or why Odabemi would go out of bounds instead of trying to keep the clock running. But the way the offense is probably not going to hurt him, may not hurt him. You have the luxury of a 20-0 lead. You can afford sometimes those little mistakes.
3rd down, need to get it up to the 44-yard line of Hiram for a 1st down. Ball on the Paulding County 48. Malden receives the snap. He's looking way downfield. He has Chardavon, but just overshoots him by a bit. Chardavon went to his knee, and he kind of led him a little too far.
Yeah, that was a if that would have been a completed pass, that would have been a phenomenal, because he really had to throw it in the middle of 3 and thread the needle, which he kind of did, but it just didn't have enough room to make the completion.
So for the 2nd time tonight, Clay Walters comes in, the senior, ready to kick it away. He'll be punting to number 3, Alvin Dixon III. He's a senior receiver for Hiram. And he fooled Hiram special teams unit on the last punt. Or he's fooled Paulding County.
Yeah, sure did.
Walters goes to his right, almost blocked, just gets it away. High punt and caught by Dixon, but he fumbles it. Paulding County recovers. They have it inside the 20. Johnny on the spot that time, number 22, J.J. Kelly.
There is a flag, but yeah, he tried to catch it and just missed it. And Paulding County was quick to get on it.
J.J. Kelly was there, as was Tyler Smith, 2 guys, usual suspects tonight for Paulding County. We've said their names quite a few times.
Yeah, we have.
Just a hair under 45 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Well, Hiram, I believe, just assuming this is after, because they already have the defense. Nope, they're taking the flag, waving the flag off. So
just got to imagine how tired the starting defense for Hiram is, because
absolutely,
not only have you been out there the majority of this game, you've been run all over, you've had to run all the way down the field multiple times. It's also a lot later than they were expecting to play tonight.
Yeah, very, very true.
Man-on-man coverage on the outside, Chardavon wide open. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 16. They'll hand it off up the gut. It's Kelly. He's inside the 5, keeps dragging a man, dives in, touchdown.
Wow, what a run.
Just phenomenal.
Wow.
Micah Kelly with another score, and it's 26-zip. A 21-yard touchdown run for the junior Micah Kelly. He is hugged by David O'Coy coming to the sideline. The Patriots in business here in the third quarter. A 1-play drive. Both of his touchdowns tonight have been on the first play. The last one was after we resumed play out of that lightning delay. It was a 15-yard run. That one 21 yards. 26-0 Paulding County. The extra point by Clay Walters is up. And he is not automatic apparently. Might have been tipped as a free rusher came on the outside, and it was a little off target. So 26-0 is the score. Paulding County all over Hiram with 37 seconds to play in the third quarter. I want to take this time out to mention our sponsors. Thank you to all of them. Georgia Highlands College. Take charge of your future today at Georgia Highlands College. You can take classes at 5 campuses in Dallas, Rome, Cartersville, Douglasville, and Marietta, or you can take fully online classes through GHC and eCampus. For more information, visit highlands.edu. Georgia Highlands College, the title sponsor of Paulding County Patriots football. on the Mountain Coast Network. Hiram just trying to stop the bleeding and just trying to get something going. I think at this point, if you're the Hornets, barring a miracle, you realize how this game's going to go. You at least want to get on the board.
Absolutely.
This time a squib kick is going to hit at the 30. Hiram picks it up, and they get past pretty much everybody all the way to the 40 before they're drugged down by the kicker. That time it was the senior Bryce Wardlaw, and if I'm not mistaken, he made the tackle as well.
Yeah, I think he did too. It was a little, I'm not gonna say dangerous, but it was such a short kick, and they didn't really get down and cover it. He had an opportunity if that play wasn't made, the tackle wasn't made, he could quite possibly have gone all the way.
Wardlaw is a senior, and while Clay Walters is phenomenal, Wardlaw also excels in special teams. Went to the Georgia Tech camp over the summer and really stood out there, and there's always a place for squib kicks.
Absolutely.
You always need them. Trips to the right, one to the left for Hiram here to start out this drive. Shepard Johnson steps up, happy feet here, and he swarmed.
I mean, nothing. He had absolutely nowhere to go. Again, Paulding County's doing such a good job of mixing their rushes or mixing their blitzes, and that was just a little stunt that was, and linebacker came in. I couldn't tell exactly who it was. I believe it was Jeffries maybe that came through untouched and forced Shepard Johnson out of the pocket.
It's a handoff this time to Destin on the last play of the quarter, and he will go nowhere. Liam Jeffries said, hey, hello, how you doing? Let's go to the turf. And with that, let's go to the fourth quarter. Paulding County all over Hiram. What a huge, huge effort here in the third quarter. Paulding County outscores Hiram 13-0, and they lead it 26-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this. You're listening to Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
Sometimes we forget how easy it is to save energy at home. So Georgia Power is here with a little reminder, because it's often as simple as a twist to switch to LED bulbs, or as easy as a lift to move furniture away from air vents. It could be the flip of a switch to turn off the lights in an empty room. One way or another, these small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com/energy efficiency for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
At First Bank Mortgage, we help others get to a better place. Your better place might be a yard for your kids or a bigger home for your growing family. Maybe it's just to refinance your current mortgage. Whatever your better place is, First Bank Mortgage will help you get there. Call 706-232-9458. Voted Best Mortgage Lender 2 years in a row. First Bank Mortgage, 338 West 3rd Street, Rome. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 472433. First Bank Mortgage, helping you get to your better place.
And we're back here on the Mountain Coast Network. Third down and long, Shepard Johnson fired downfield, and it was almost picked off. It was a nice looking pass, just well read by Paulding County's secondary, and that brings up fourth down now. Paulding County Patriots football, the Patriots leading 26-0 as we start the final period of play here at Hiram in a big, big rivalry matchup. Paulding County well on their way to win number one. The punter, Moyse, going to send this away. He's standing on his own 26-yard line. Chardavon, the ever-elusive junior, at his own 20. Moyse sends this one end over end to Chardavon. He gets it at the 25, jukes the long snapper, now goes to the outside. He's at the 35, up to the 40. Spins away and gets brought down close to midfield.
That was the first punt that Moyse has made that was on a line, and it gave Chardavon plenty of opportunity to catch and return it. And he's smooth when he runs, isn't he? He just glides, man. He did such a good job of getting outside the end man who should be trying to contain, but he did a good job of getting down and getting back to look right at midfield.
And you look up, and Paulding County has good starting field position again.
Yeah.
25-yard return from the junior Chardavon, who's had his breakout party tonight. We knew he was good already.
Well, Kellys need to buckle up because here it comes to them. I'm imagining they're about to put it on their shoulders here.
Instead, it's going to be a play-action pass on the screen to Chardavon. Jukes to the outside, still trying to be brought down by a defender. He'll go for a gain of about 6 yards. Some exotic play calls here late in the second half.
That was an interesting play. Like I said, it worked, I guess, but you take the risk of it being incomplete, the clock being stopped. Of course, I guess on the flip side, mathematically it may not be out, but basically it's pretty much a done deal.
Paulding County
Wow.
with 2nd down and 4. Outside of Jones, at his feet, incomplete. Just a bit low for Malden, and you've got to wonder, Malden hadn't had to throw much in a while. Maybe he's out of rhythm.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I'm saying it's wrong or anything, just an interesting call. You typically would think you've had Kelly running the ball real well. You think you just want them to run the clock out.
3rd down and 4 now. 11:02 to play in this game. Paulding County 26, Hiram nothing. On this Friday night on the Mountain Coast Network. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a pass for Malden. Looks downfield. He's got a man at the 30. That's a 1st down. And that's the first catch of the game for David Okoye. If you can believe it, a 14-yard pass gets him in the stat book.
Just another little timing route, out route. And the
time he was wide open, a big cushion. And another 1st down for Paulding County. At the 30, Malden to the air again, and the play is blown dead. And they're pointing at Hiram, but now they're pointing against Paulding County. Let's see. It's blown dead. I would assume it's against Paulding County. (11:04 p.m.) It's been a late one.
yes, it has.
Still got a quarter to play here. 10:39 to go. It's a false start, 5 yards back. Goes the Patriot offense. Ball on the Hiram 35 now. 1st down and 15. It's going to be a handoff. They will run it with Micah Kelly, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A solid tackle wrapping up, using some force and bringing him down by Fransley Daphnis, the senior. Makes it 2nd down and 15 now. Still a good amount of fans here. Paulding County,
sure,
they're staying in their seats. Hiram as well. 10 minutes to go, 26-0. Paulding County leading Hiram. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, along with a tight end. The deep back is Micah Kelly. It's a pass play. Malden going long, and he overshoots David Okoye, but they might have gotten away with something.
Yeah, I thought there was maybe a little bit of a hold, but I tell you, Malden got popped pretty good as he let go of that ball. He's, you can tell he felt that one. I'll put it that way.
Okoye running a fly route that time. It's the play that he scored on last week. The defender on the far side, I think that is number 29 for Hiram. If so, that's Antoine Small, the sophomore. Might have gotten away with a little bit, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 15. Trips left, 1 to the right. Malden in the pocket, steps up, looks near side. It's caught, not enough for a 1st down at the 25. Still fighting, and finally going to be brought down. And they're going to say he was brought down inbounds to keep the clock going.
Yeah, that was good for Paulding County that they were able to do that. I'm curious to see what they do right here. They look like they're leaving their offense on the field. 4th down.
4th down and medium. Ball at the 25 after that catch by Khalil Jones.
Freshman J.P. Pruitt's in on that slot.
5 wide here. Just what you'd expect, leading by 26 with 9 minutes to go. But it is 4th down. You're having some success.
I think this possession basically was almost, there was a purpose for this possession. Coach was wanting to do something. I'm not sure what, but
Malden, he's going to run. He keeps it and gets the first down. A big block on the outside. He gets a gain of 8 yards. And that was the biggest play of the game for J.P. Pruitt because he stood there and blocked him.
He sure did.
That was perfect. Malden tucked it and ran on the outside. They had a linebacker come through freely. He pretty much got around him. And there was one block needed to seal it off, and J.P. Pruitt, the young guy, the freshman, stood up, made it. Make no mistake, he got clobbered.
Well,
and there was no way that they were going to tackle him.
He stood up against their best tackler, Kendarius Brown, who had a great game last week and just did enough to get in his way, enough to allow Malden to get the first down.
Now here's J.J. Kelly. He'll rumble and bumble ahead to the 12-yard line. Picks up a gain of 6 yards. Another nice run from J.J. Kelly. J.J. and Micah Kelly have combined for 199 rushing yards now. 8:05 to play and a long drive here for Paulding County. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Patriots trying to get their second straight win over the Hornets. They won 17-16 last year. This one not quite as close. J.J. Kelly, the sophomore in the backfield, standing just behind the quarterback, Malden. Malden will throw towards the end zone, and it is ripped away and caught. What a touchdown. Unbelievable. David Okoye stepping up, getting the big touchdown catch, his first of the night, and it's 32-0. Malden to Okoye, 12 yards out. And that one just icing on the cake here for the Patriots. The scoreboard says 33-0. It's 32-0. Maybe they're expecting Walters to hit it. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up. And that one is through, and they were correct. 33-0 Paulding County with 7:33 to go in this game. We're going to step aside and hear from our title sponsor, Georgia Highlands College. Paulding County Patriots football right here on the Mountain Coast Network.
Georgia Highlands College has got you covered. With more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you can take classes the way you want, from virtually anywhere. That means at GHC, it's the right time, the right place, at the right price. Did you know GHC has one of the lowest tuition rates in the country? That's right. You don't have to pay more for the same classes you would take at other colleges. Get your 2-year or 4-year degree right here at home. Now's your chance to take charge at Georgia Highlands College. Visit us today at highlands.edu to learn how you can take classes virtually anywhere and land a career in one of many rapidly growing fields. Again, that's highlands.edu. Highlands.edu.
Bryce Law, the senior, in to kick this one away for Paulding County. 33-0. Patriots lead it, 7:33 to go. The senior steps up, puts his leg into this one, and that's a nice kick. Goes all the way close to the goal line. Fielded at the 2 by Hamilton. Coming near side, Hamilton rocked at about the 28-yard line.
Nice coverage right there. Good little run back, too. He ran hard, but didn't really try to juke anybody, just trying to find that hole to get through. And good little run back all the way to about the 28, 29-yard line.
That might have been Josiah Pope. Either he or Hamilton, both are freshmen, and one's 26, one's 28. And when they're running that fast, it's hard to say the number.
It looked like Jalen Gandy was the senior was the one that made the hit on him.
So if you're Hiram, as we mentioned a minute ago, you just want to score here. You want to get that goose egg off the scoreboard and get some momentum going into next week. 33-0, Paulding County leads it. 7:13 to go as Shepard Johnson looks to pass. He goes to his right, throws down the middle, and it was caught and then dropped. Looked like a sure catch that time for Chase Tyler, but A case of the stone hands, unfortunately, not able to reel it in. Happens to the best of them. That time, the quarterback, Shepard Johnson, ran to his right, threw across his body, but it was a strike.
Yeah, it was a good throw. Should have been caught.
Two receivers to either side. The running back is Desson to the right. They'll give it off to Tyler on a screen here. He gets ahead to the 30, to the 33, and pushed out of bounds around the 34-yard line. Some good positive yardage there for the Hornets.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we talked about. Just a quick hit on the outside, giving him a chance to make the play and then get out of bounds. And a very manageable, makeable third down.
Second catch of the night for Chase Tyler, up to 16 yards. Just not many yards to speak of for this Hornet offense. 3rd down and 4. 3 to the right. Shepard Johnson will scramble out to his right, throws on the run, and that's a first down up to the 40. A 6-yard catch, but now some flags flying after there's some extracurricular activities in the defensive backfield. And continuing, several players having to step in and calm down players from both sides. And we sit out here on the home sideline. It has become a hush.
It sure has.
With 6:09 to play. Paulding County over there rocking, though, on the visiting sideline. We'll see who the flag goes against. It was really both sides. Personal foul against Paulding County. Personal foul against Hiram. They offset. The result of the play is a first down.
You know, you're looking at next week, and what is it? Hiram, I believe, is going to both teams will be away next week. I think Hiram will be at New Manchester, while we will be headed with Paulding County to Chapel Hill.
Both teams making the drive over to Douglas County. We'll see if they can come away with a couple of wins. Shepard Johnson goes underneath and skips one that time to Garrison Hilliard.
He hadn't had really an opportunity to throw freely yet. I mean, he's been pressured or hit as he throws just about every time. I think he's getting a little bit gun shy. I think he had a little bit more time than he thought he did, but it wasn't a whole lot.
5.5 to go, 33-0. Paulding County on top of Hiram. Hornets about to fall to 0-2, but first a stoppage of play before this 2nd down and 10. Now they whistle it back in. Not sure what that was about. Two receivers to either side. Shepard Johnson, senior quarterback, just lofts one out to Desson, the running back in the flats. He'll get ahead towards midfield, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 49.
He is so fast. When he gets the ball, he almost kicks it in a whole different gear. But a great job, great angle taken by Jeffries that time to get him to push him out of bounds before he's able to get the first down.
I think if there's anything positive that you can take away from this offensive performance for Hiram, it is that Desson is a surefire superstar.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's pretty clear that he's offensively, he's the man. He's the one. I think you said it earlier. He's the cog in that whole wheel of that offense, and how he goes is how that offense goes. But there's been a penalty. I didn't see it, but they're backing them up.
Score updates: North Paulding extending their winning streak over South Paulding. They lead it in the 4th quarter, 37-14. East Paulding in a tight one out in Cobb County, 21-21 with Campbell in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
If you're Paulding County, you're looking at those scores and you're saying, we got a chance in this region to really fight for a playoff spot. Long way to go, though. The Patriots happy with getting a win tonight. 2nd down and long, and it's about to get a little bit longer.
This is tough. You've had that long delay. You're not playing well. You're losing, and it's just so easy to lose your focus there on line. And you had actually 2 of them look like they jumped a little bit, but now they're calling that on Paulding County. Wow.
So it must have been encroachment.
Wow.
Against the
Maybe
Patriots.
that's what they're calling. Maybe the offense moved because of defense. I'm not sure, but it was very clear that the offensive, that right guard and tackle both moved.
Second down and 18 here for the Hornets. Bringing a receiver in motion. Shepard Johnson rolling to his left, almost picked off. In and out of the hands of the defender that time. Coming away almost with his second pick was Riddick.
Yeah, great read right there by Riddick to be able to, he read it. He knew it was coming. He made the move and cut the inside of the receiver and just couldn't make the catch.
And as you can see on the scoreboard here at Hiram High School, the clock is running with a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter. 33-0, Paulding County on top, rolling to their first win of the season. Hiram will try to get their first win as they head to New Manchester next week, as Steve said a minute ago. Third down and 18. It's a draw to Desson, gets around the defensive end, and he's got some space. He's to the 35, to the 40, he jukes, he's at the 45, brought down, but another nice run by Desson.
Sure was, that was a great run. And it worked out well for Paulding County. They were able to keep him in bounds before he could get to that first down, which brings fourth down.
13-yard run that time from Adonis Desson, the senior running back. But now it's punting time. Fourth down and 5 for the Hornets. After a nice punt his last time up, Dalton Moyce comes out, but timeout called. Timeout taken by Hiram. 3:24 to go in this game. Paulding County 33 and Hiram nothing. Steve, what are your thoughts about this performance from Paulding County?
I tell you, I've been really, really impressed. I felt like the game plan that they had has worked. There were times that, yes, they wish it was probably a little bit, they honed it a little bit better or executed a little bit better. But overall, I think they had a really good game plan coming in, which was to use that passing game and to force Hiram to stop the run or to stop the pass, and so they could. So their game plan was to try to make sure they established the run, which they did. And when they did that, it opened back up their passing game. And what I felt like they did a good job on offensively was balancing the two. And then defensively, it was obviously to stop Desson, which they have for the most part. He's had his runs because he is a really, really good running back. So he's had his moments, but overall the game plan's worked real well.
Hiram now will go for it on fourth down and 5. They loft one down the field. It's tipped and finally caught. That's Chase Tyler up to the 35. He's still running and out of bounds at the 32, and a late hit out of bounds. And Paulding County's players will get to the sideline.
Yeah, that was kind of fortunate they didn't get a late hit right there because he was already out of bounds before they pushed him down.
Here's what happened. He got the first down, and it was a face mask.
Yeah.
He didn't bring him down, so I'm thinking it'd be, what, a 5-yard face mask?
Yeah.
But then it appeared to be a bit of a late hit out of bounds on the Paulding County defender, and he is pulled out of the game immediately. He'll go get a nice chat with an assistant coach on why you can't quite do that. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left, and the officials talking it over now with the head coach for Hiram. Trying to straighten some things out, apply the penalty yardage. Face mask against Hiram, and after the play, dead ball, personal foul against Paulding County, both against Paulding County, the face mask against Paulding County as well. So that moving them way down the field and a chance for the Hornets to score tonight.
And by far the best field position is they're right outside the 5-yard line. And for Paulding County, that hurts in the way of, I know they were wanting to get that shutout. It's definitely in danger of not happening right now.
Going to have a defensive stand here, first and goal at the 7, and also for Paulding County, got some young guys in there. Still have a few of the starters. Stevens Johnson under center. This time he'll hand it off to Desson right side and brought down by a defensive lineman after a gain of 2. That time on the hit, big number 16, the junior Gavin White. We saw him make a big catch at the tight end position a little while ago. That time a nice hit. But another good run by Desson. And with that, he's up to 95 yards.
I tell you, looking out there, I thought they almost had a wishbone look going. And they're going to have to keep. I'm sure they're going to try to keep giving it to Desson unless they try to pull it and let the quarterback run it in.
This is a wishbone look.
Yeah.
3 running backs, and the snap is fumbled. Stevens Johnson just has to fall on it, recovers it. Loss of a yard. That makes it 3rd down and goal.
They're just hurting themselves right now. It's like you're saying, it's just a bad snap. Hadn't happened all night, and but what a terrible time for it to happen for Hiram.
33-0, Paulding County on top of Hiram. Minute 52 to go in this game. Now coming with a spread formation are the Hornets. Trips right, 1 to the left. Stevens Johnson in the pistol. Just going to lob one, a fade, near side, and it's dropped. Should have been caught that time. The intended receiver was Trez Philpott, the junior, and he got great positioning.
Yeah, he did.
Number 82, Walter Matthews, the tight end. And he got great positioning against Tyler Smith, just couldn't catch it.
Well, and Shepard Johnson threw a really good pass there. I mean, it was a back shoulder, very catchable, and he just dropped it. That was one of the passes Shepard Johnson has, one of the best ones he's made all game. And I was curious to see what they're going to do, and they're doing what I thought they would. I thought they might just try to wreck the shutout with a field goal, but they're going to go for it.
2 receivers to either side. Shepard Johnson has it with under a minute to go. 33-0 Paulding County. Hiram trying to change it. He looks to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Led his receiver a bit too far that time, trying to get it to big number 88, Jordan Francis, the tall receiver, and his arms are long, but not that long.
Not that long, you're right.
So with 46 seconds left, Paulding County can sit on this one and walk away with a big shutout victory. Paulding County came in trying to get their first win, had a tough loss last week. Everybody counted them out. Hiram was actually favored by 4 points in this game. And this goes to show why you don't listen to computers all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure to tune in next week as the Patriots will travel to Douglasville to take on Chapel Hill. Should be another big matchup and a fun one for the Patriots, taking on the Panthers on the road. 33-0 your score. Clock already started. Just can take one knee and head on home. Braden Malden has played a great game. Takes one step back, sits on his knee, and that'll do it. Paulding County has their first win of 2021 with a 33-0 shutout of Hiram. The Patriots are victorious in the rivalry series for the 2nd straight year. Coach Van Spence improves to 4-2 against the Hornets. And head coach Pete Fulminaya now 2-2 against the Patriots. A big win for Paulding County. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and tell you all about it. Your final score, Paulding County 33, Hiram 0. Patriots win here on the Mountain Coast Network.
When it comes to college, you don't have to pay more to get more. Georgia Highlands College offers more value at the price you want. More focus on your goals. More preparation for your future. More help navigating your path to success. And with more in-person, remote, and hybrid class options than ever before, you don't have to pay more for the same classes you can get right here at home. Start taking charge of your future and let us show you how to pay less and get more today. Visit highlands.edu. That's highlands.edu.
It doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior or a star under the local lights. Sometimes it's just not that easy to bounce up and walk it off. That's why Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab is here to keep you healthy on and off the field. Our licensed and certified therapists and trainers provide quality health care designed to get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. And our urgent care offices are conveniently located where you work and play. Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab offers the experience and technology needed to get you back in the game. Find out more at floyd.org.
welcome back to the Mountain Coast Network. Your final score, Paulding County 33 and Hiram nothing in this Friday night rivalry matchup in Paulding County. The Patriots coming away with a big shutout win. And Steve, probably not what we were expecting. We were expecting a close one.
Yeah.
But man, this one came out and Paulding County did exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I don't think Coach Spence could be any happier than he is. I mean, there was a few things, the turnovers in the first half and the penalties that kind of hurt them on the one, especially on the one play. But other than that, just a well-designed game plan, and for the most part, a well-executed game plan by the players. And so, yeah, I think he's going to be definitely happier than he is unhappy, with definitely going into next week, things to work on, those kind of things. But night and day from last week to this week, Logan.
Looking at the final stats, unofficial stats, of course, Paulding County outgains Hiram 393 to 118. But if there's anything that's a positive, it's Adonis Desson for the Hornets.
Yeah, absolutely.
95 rushing yards. He also pitched in with a couple of catches for 9 yards, over 100 total yards just for him. When you consider the offense had just 118 total,
wow.
I mean, he was the whole team tonight. And when they, head to practice next week, they're going to get a chance to look at the film and find some things to turn around. But one guy that really doesn't have much to work on is Desson. I think that he's a guy that if you don't know about him yet, if you're in 5A, if you're in that region, you're going to know about him by the end of the year.
Well, and he's going to face this all year. I mean, it was obvious that Paulding County knew coming into it, their main goal defensively was to stop Desson, to make sure that they limit the amount of times that he gets free. You could tell that they had worked on the gang tackling, worked on pursuit to make sure that it's just because one guy, he's difficult. I'm not going to say impossible. He's difficult to bring down with just one guy. He's very, very elusive, super quick. He's quick off about 2 or 3 steps. He's almost at full speed, can change directions quickly. And so he's tough, and so he's going to be facing this all year. I mean, what has to step up for Hiram is their passing game. It was almost non-existent for the most part. Paulding County did a really good job on mixing up stunts and blitzes and keeping pressure on Shepard Johnson. And then, but it was tough on him he never felt comfortable, I don't believe, in the pocket. But they're going to have to figure that out because there's only so much that Denson's going to be able to do.
Well, we talked with Coach Spence in that interview that we played in pregame, and, he said that the problem last week was that we didn't practice many teams this summer that run the wing tee.
Yeah.
We're not going to play many this year that run the wing tee. He said he felt like they could match up well against the spread offense, and we found out that maybe he had a point.
Yeah, I think so too, because when they did throw, I tell you what, the one who came up big in the secondary was Tyler Smith. He made some really, really good plays. Could have changed momentum really in the first quarter. They had a receiver open in the end zone on a fade route, and Smith did a great job of covering it. Came down with an interception also in the first quarter, and so just a really, really well executed, again, game plan on both sides of the ball. But defensively, Paulding County came up big as well. Linebackers played extremely well on the run, especially on the inside run. Where Desson really kind of hurt him was on those outside, bouncing it to the outside, or design plays for him to little pitches and those kind of things. But I just think overall just an impressive game by Paulding County.
Looking at Paulding County, 214 yards on the ground, 179 through the air, 136 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on 20 carries for Micah Kelly. Just the performance you wanted to see from the backup, now starting running back.
Yeah, it's funny we didn't really talk about that, but both Kellys came in and did such a good job on that 1-2 punch they had.
Had 199 combined yards between the two after JJ picked up 63 yards on 10 carries. And then Braden Malden showing off some legs as well, 15 yards on 4 carries tonight. Malden did have 1 interception through the air, but more than made up for it with well-timed passes and the 1 touchdown late. He's a superstar.
Yeah, he is.
We knew that coming in, and he's a great kid also. and he had a big performance tonight. Good to see Chardavon. Didn't have many catches last week. They covered him well this week, got a chance to shine, and had 72 yards. Could have had 86 more. Just a great player, and he's also stepped up tonight.
Well, what you find out, too, is you can't take away one receiver. I mean, they tried that with Coy this game tonight, and Malden just distribute it to others. I mean, and the other night, Chardavon caught most of the defense on him, and they were able to distribute to the other two receivers. And so to have the luxury of 3 top-shelf receivers is so important. And then when you have somebody who orchestrates the offense as well as Malden, it's tough. And tonight they just put it all together. Running game was there, passing game was there, and it's just way too much for Hiram tonight.
Looking at the final receiving stats as well, aside from Chardavon, you had Khalil Jones, 4 catches, 43 yards. You had 2 catches for 26 yards for David Okoye, 3 catches for 26 yards for Timi Odebimi, and then Gavin White had a 12-yard catch as well. Paulding County improves to 1-1. Hiram falls to 0-2. The Hornets head to New Manchester next week, but we are going to be on the road as well, Steve.
Absolutely.
We're going to be heading on over to Chapel Hill, right off I-20, to see the Panthers take on the Patriots in what should be a fun matchup, another one of these non-region games before region play starts up. Final thoughts, Steve? Big win tonight for the Patriots.
I think just the same thing we've said, just a really good win. I think it's just a great start for them as they get a little bit closer to region play. The challenge next week is, can they just continue and get better in those areas that they need to?
Well, this has been Paulding County Patriots football on the Mountain Coast Network. We'll see you again next week on Friday night as we head to Douglasville. For Steve Turrentine, for the whole team at Mountain Coast Network, I'm Logan Maddox. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your final score, Paulding County 33, Hiram nothing.
You've been listening to a special presentation from the Mountain Coast Network. Paulding County High School football game coverage on MCN has been presented by Georgia Highlands College and in part by Floyd Physical Therapy and Rehab, Logical Systems, your East Rome and Armuchee McDonald's, First Bank Mortgage, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Georgia Power, and Automax. Thank you for listening, and please support our sponsors. Follow MCN on Twitter at MTN Coast Network and on the World Wide Web at mountaincoastnetwork.com. Paulding County Patriot Football has been brought to you on Mixlr.com by Georgia Highlands College and the Mountain Coast